gonna stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened oh so fast. No, it got lonely sometimes. You see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold of me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play, can't take it personal. But the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, hey. It's only what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. Let's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. When much expected, much is given. When I make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let us see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm ASICs. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the rope. She fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a fight for no soul. Learn quickly, they'll come for your goal. Can't get play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar.
It's all in what you do, hey. It's the things you gotta do, hey, 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 hey. Dun, 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 dun. Love is the word. What's up, DB? Robert Brown, man. What's up? Triple OG, man. How you been, man? What's up, Josh? Eradicate, Big Lloyd. What's up, man? What's up, man? JP, we gonna call him JQ. What's up? What's up, KJ? Who else we got in there? Y'all in here often and early, man. Tubby, what's up? Mr. Sipper, what's up? Warren Richards, man. Phantom Brawler, Batman. I knew Batman was coming in here tonight. I knew Batman was gonna be in here tonight. You know, Tone Brown gonna be in here heavy, man. You like, what up, Brandon? Hey, man. So we got what up, Dog Money, man. I appreciate everybody coming in here tonight. We got a special guest, man. We're gonna start the show off a little. Man, I'm ready when you are. Where you at, Frank? You good? You ready, Frank? So yeah, man. So we'll talk about the Canelo and everything moving forward. Frank Martin is in the building, 135 pounds. Look like he's gonna be a champion real soon, man. But I don't know if PBC got belts at 135. I don't know, man. Welcome to the show, man.
What up, though?
Man, what's up, man? First of all, love is the word. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms, man. And I appreciate you coming in here, man. Thank you for coming and spending the evening with us, man.
Oh, man, no problem, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, appreciate Jordan for setting this up, man. Thank you, Jordan.
You already know. Good looking out, Jay.
Yeah, congratulations on the win, man. I was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, they must have set Derek James up or something, man.
Hey man, I appreciate you.
Yeah. So was there any pressure? You like, man, Derek 0-2. I'm the main event on the card, man. Did you feel like any pressure in your head? Like, man, I gotta win this fight.
Nah, I mean, man, for real, I was ready. I wouldn't say I felt pressure. Yeah, I mean, I was locked in. You know what I mean? I was ready. You know, I felt like shit. This is my opportunity. This is my moment. You know, I gotta go out here and take it. You know, so I was more like I gotta show them what I'm about. You know, it was more. You know, it was more of that.
And let's backtrack a little bit. How did you connect with Derek James? It's your first or second fight together? How many fights have y'all had together? Two. Okay. How did y'all connect?
You know, I got a cousin who played for the Cowboys. I actually, you know, I had trained with Maurice, and then
Oh,
I got a cousin who actually introduced me, uh, fully to. I ended up going over there to World Class. I met Derek and I met EJ. It was before EJ was finna fight. Who was he fighting? It was at the Star. Who did he fight?
Oh, June 17th, 2017. That was
He stopped him in like the first round.
round. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the kids now. I remember it was June 17th. Oh man, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. That dude was scared as shit, man.
Yeah,
I saw that dude at the press conference, man. That dude wanted nothing to do with Earl, man. Nothing to do with Earl. So you actually met him, right? And
yeah.
mhm. And that's how y'all connect. Ocampo. That's his name. Thank you, Tay.
Ocampo.
Earl was like, get up, get up, get up, get up, because he didn't want to win. He didn't want the fight to stop in the first round, man. But they definitely, but they definitely showed up and showed out over there. But why Derek James?
You said why?
Yeah, why Derek James, Team Spence?
Man, it's just it's perfect, you know. It's perfect for real. Derek, he teach on a different level. You know, he bring I feel that Derek bring like the way he teach, he could bring the best out of you. You know what I mean? Like it's more understanding, you know why you doing a move, you know what to look out for, you know. It's like you just always alert. You know, you don't never the way you train, it's like you can't never get comfortable. You know, you always gotta just be on your A game, you know, so it'd be like live, you know, like it just be live and then you always using your reactions, you know. So I just feel like the training just keep you on point.
And he's in shape too, so that definitely adds another dimension. You're not being trained by an old 56-year-old man with a belly. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, he gonna get it in with you. He gonna get it in with you.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So 135, man. We have Devin Haney, we have Roley, Tank Davis, and there's a fourth one. And Teofimo Lopez. How would you rank them?
How would I rank them?
Yeah.
I say Tio, Devin, Tank, and Ryan, then Rolly.
Who would you want out of that bunch?
Ryan.
Why Ryan?
Right. I mean, I mean, for real, Ryan, he cool. You know, he don't got a lot in his arsenal. You know what I mean? He got that straight right hand and a hook. But other than that, man, he just I don't feel that he got too much in his arsenal. He got the speed and he got some power, but you know, when you get the leveling up, you gotta have more than that. You know, you gotta have more than just speed and power. You know, when you get in there with somebody who can move, somebody who could punch too, you know, I just feel like that'd be I don't feel that that'd be a difficult fight at all, really.
It seemed like he's pretty, as Floyd would say, no special effects. You know what I mean? He just does it with like speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing. He's very upright, so he's hittable. You know what I mean? And you could get him off balance with just
with that double, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And so you're the expert now because we've had this conversation quite a bit too about Tank going from 130 to 140. What's it like? Can you speak on the physical dimensions of a 135 pounder going up to 140?
I mean, for real, it just depends on like how big that fighter actually is. You know what I mean? Outside of, all right, so Tank like, all right, I'm gonna go up to 140. Him going up to 140, he just gonna have a disadvantage. He gonna always have a disadvantage just because his height. You know what I mean? But he's still gonna be able to do his thing or whatever. I don't feel that it's too much of a disadvantage for him because he not no small. He ain't a small ain't a real small dude when he like stocky. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So he gonna make up for the strength or whatever, but he just gonna lack the height. But other than that, I don't think it's no big disadvantage for him.
How would you see him fighting Barrios at 140?
For real, I ain't never really watched Barrios. I ain't never really checked him out.
Yeah, like Floyd again would say, no special effect. He's just taller and longer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure how conditioned he is or if he has the ability to keep that jab out there for 10 to 12 rounds. I don't know. But you come from a very athletic family. You got a few family members that done made it to the highest levels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the linebacker from the Dallas Cowboys, right?
Yeah,
Jalen. And what's it like? Did y'all have a relationship at all?
We got Rod. We got Rod too. That's Jalen big brother.
Rod, who we play for?
Rod was playing for the Cowboys.
Uh-huh.
He ain't playing for him right now, but he was playing for him. He working for sure.
Where are y'all from? Where are you from originally?
Originally, I was born in Detroit. I was back and forth. So in my pop side, Detroit. My mom's side, which is Jalen. That's our side. My mom's side is in Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah.
And have you relocated to Dallas, or you just go there for camp?
Well, the last fight that I was the couple times that I was there, I was just going, I'd be out there for a month and a half, just training and stuff. But I actually just relocated out there, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's lit. I love it out there.
You like Dallas?
Man, I love it. It's
man.
I love it.
Man, we're not about to do a confessional in the barbershop, but I love Dallas, man. Like Dallas is a great city, man. Dallas and Houston. I enjoyed Houston as well. I don't know where I would have lived, but Houston is a good time as well, man.
I ain't been to Houston. I keep hearing about it, but I ain't never been.
Man, have you been to the Turkey Lake? Have you been there yet?
No. Heard about that too.
Yeah. When are you getting back in the ring? You anticipate getting back in there?
Sometime in July.
So hopefully, so that may put you on Earl's undercard.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's gonna have a man. So you're signed to Man Down Promotions.
We working.
Congratulations.
We working.
Congratulations. So there was a big fight in Dallas. There was a big fight down in Dallas yesterday. What did you take on Canelo?
He did. I mean, he did his thing. He looked strong. He looked strong. His defense, good head movement, good. I think Canelo nice, man. I like Canelo.
Yeah, I saw something last night and I was like, because I've been a huge guy. Like, man, he's a cheater. He's on steroids. He's this, and he very middleweight may still be, but I saw something. His confidence, like I saw his confidence exude all over him last night in that ring. Like it was like nothing was going to defeat him last night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fact that he put in 70,000 people. Hey, DB, if you want to call in, let me know. The fact that he put in 70,000 people was pretty astounding. You know what I mean?
He definitely had it packed. I went and checked it out, man. It was.
Oh, you went to the fight?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, 70,000 people is crazy. Caleb Plant, how does that work out? Caleb Plant versus Canelo.
Ooh, that's the thing though. You know what I mean? Like how you say you seen, I seen the same thing. I seen that
Mhm.
poise, he feeling good. He got 70 some thousand people in there, rooting for him. So he feeling good. But he looked good too. He looked real composed and calm.
Mhm.
But him and Caleb Plant, what I've seen in that fight, I just feel that Canelo when it comes to boxing, you know, when it comes to like fighting a boxer, somebody who can move and got some pop, actually got some pop, uh, I would actually like to see, I would like to see, Canelo done fought quite a few people, but I would like to see how he would be against Caleb Plant, because Caleb Plant can box, and Caleb got some power.
And he's real twitchy, so he'll be able to get his punches out much quicker than the guy he fought last night.
Saunders, yeah.
Billy Joe Saunders. Thank you. I think that may be some advantage for him. How would you see him physically though? Do you think Caleb Plant has the physical ability to withstand a 12-round fight with Canelo?
Damn. I mean, I think he'll be more grounded than Billy Joe Saunders. I think so.
I see that. I definitely see that. I just have the conversations I was having after the fight was, has his resume prepared him for a Canelo? Because he's been physically so much better than his last few opponents. So
hmm
I'm curious to know, is he prepared for that?
That's the thing too, man. Like I feel like that's a big advantage of Canelo's too. He got so much experience. Like for real, that fight that he lost with Floyd, that it made him better. I feel that it made him better. It made him work harder or whatever. And you're right. I don't know if Caleb Plant would be ready for that, because like they say,
It's
it's
definitely
levels to boxing or whatever.
level.
Who knows? Like who the last, like his last, when Caleb fought what
Like
was dude name?
Uzataki,
Who?
Uzataki when he won the belt.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was there. He looked great.
he looked good. But like what they say, right? When it comes to fighters, it's about like when a fighter get hit, when a
Mhm.
fighter get hit by another fighter that's just like them, or on a evenly playing field, it's like how do they adapt? Have we I don't we'll have to see. We'll have to see on that on the Caleb Plant.
Yeah, we definitely. Who's the pound for pound best? I know it may be a loaded question since you with Earl, but who's who's the pound?
The pound for pound best, like just period.
Yeah, boxing.
Um, damn, pound for pound best. I would have to say. I would have to say right now,
Hmm.
and I ain't just saying it because I'm over there with him. Real
Uh-huh.
talk. I have
Uh-huh.
to say E. I would have to say E, and why I say that, because he do so much that he don't even show. He ain't even had to show. When I'm in the gym, I just see little stuff. You know what I mean? I pay attention or
Hmm.
whatever. He do all the little things right, and then even with that, it's like he do stuff that he ain't even had to bring out yet. You
Mm.
know what I mean? And then man, I feel that like he honestly done fought at that welterweight division. He done fought like majority of the dogs, who everybody else was waiting to fight or waiting to lose. He kind of like he really one of the welterweights who done fought it majority of the guys, and he's still trying to get like he trying to get Pacquiao, like he's still trying to make big fights. I feel he don't run from no, he don't duck no work.
Hmm. I definitely see that in him. Have y'all sparred?
Nope.
Y'all plan on it?
Hey, I'm sure eventually we will. I'm sure eventually we will.
Yeah. Who do people compare you to? I know what I thought, but
What you thought?
Gary Russell.
Gary?
Yeah.
That was the first. I was seeing people say Gary Russell. That was like the first time. Man, it was people saying the last fight they like you look like E. They were saying I look like EJ. Then this fight, I seen people saying I look like Gary, Terrence Crawford. Who else? Who else? It was another name. I think he was an older fighter.
Canelo.
They said that last fight too. Like the last fight they had said Pernell.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't heard
Gary in you. But
Gary?
freakish athletic though. Like you freak, like you kind of bouncy, man. You know what I mean? You got a lot of athleticism in you that get you in and out it can get you in trouble and get you out of trouble too. You depend on that, you lose your fundamentals. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing though, man. That's what I like about Derek. It's like I don't want to always rely on my athleticism. You know what I mean? I want to be able to be in there, know exactly if I'm you feel me? I'm blessed to have that athleticism, but I want to know the science. You know what I mean? I'm not that science down pat. You know what I mean? So I'm in there just boom, boom, and them instincts and my natural athleticism just gonna take me over the top.
Why'd you choose boxing? And when? How old were you?
I was 18 when I started fighting. For real, I had always been like a fighter. You know what I mean?
18?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 26.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm 26. I originally played football and wrestled. Like wrestling was my number one sport.
I can see that. I can see wrestling for sure.
Yeah, that was my number one sport or whatever. And like senior year, I had wanted to fight when I was younger. My mom wouldn't let me. You feel me? So once I had like hit, I was like 17. I was 17 going on 18. 17 going on 18. She still won't let me. As soon as I hit 18, I ended up just signing up on my own. She had a shop. She got a nail salon. Nail salon. It was a boxing gym right next door. It had just opened up, so I went in, checked it out, and I signed up. It was like $20. I started off. It was like $20 to start off, and I just stuck with it.
How was your amateur career? What was your record?
I was 52-6.
Damn, you started at 18?
Yeah.
And how many years were you amateur?
So like 3. So my first year I fought in the national Golden Gloves. I had 12 fights. That was in 2015. Then I won the national Golden Gloves in 16, and then 17 I was on the USA travel team or whatever, and it was either fight for the I was gonna fight in the WSB or the Golden Gloves again in 17. I chose the WSB or whatever, the World Series of Boxing, but it ended up stuff didn't end up falling through. So once that had happened, I was just like, man, I'm gonna just turn pro. And I turned pro in 2017 is when I turned pro. So I was on the USA team and I turned pro October 7th of 2017.
Oh, that's what's up. You're ranked number 4 in the WBA right now, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Who are the 3 fighters ahead of you?
Damn. First 2. I don't know who. I don't know. I know the main one is Rolly.
Oh, Rolly's up there?
Rolly number 1.
Oh, you got to start calling him out. We got DB in the building, man. What's up, DB?
What up, Mr. Martin? How you doing, brother?
What's up with you? How you doing? I'm good.
Man, I feel like $1,000,000, man. Happy Mother's Day to your moms, grandma, your aunties, your aunties, since you're in Texas, and all of that.
Appreciate it. Same to y'all.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, listen, I wanted to talk about the amateur record real quick, and I like to ask boxers this question to kind of get a feel for where their head is at. So, in your amateur losses, there's a few, right? Do you feel like you have to, or do you want to redeem those losses? I mean, redeem yourself by avenging those losses if those fighters are at the same weight class?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. You know, it's really it's two fights. It's two fights that I like to get, you know, but the other ones, you know, I was new on the scene, not really known, you know what I mean? So it was more like on some like on the political end type of thing, you know, but like when it comes to like getting revenge or nothing, all it was always like it could have went either way. You know what I mean? Really, besides like one of the fights.
So you said it was two losses that you wanted to get back. Can we get some names?
We could say Abraham Nova.
Abraham Nova.
Yeah, I fought him. I fought him the first year in 15 that I had went to the nationals. I got him. He was the first seed or whatever, and I fought him first and I beat him. And then I fought him again in the Olympic qualifiers, and he ended up beating me in the quarterfinals, semifinals. Yeah, he beat me in the semifinals or whatever. So I would say that fight, and then in the USA's, I fought Freddie Rojas. He was on like the youth team and all of that the year that we fought or whatever. So he ended up winning that. So I would say those two. Nothing major though. They ain't like it ain't nothing like, oh, I gotta get him. You know.
Yeah. So what can you do right now? Because, you know, being 13-0, you undefeated. So I think a lot of times we see fighters, I don't want to say front runners, but confident and comfortable because they haven't taken no defeats yet. So like, what are some of the things that you need to do if you coaching yourself? You looking at yourself from outside in. What are the things that you need to do to become a better boxer?
For real, man. Like me, like even after that last fight, I go back. I like to study myself. You know, I like to look at what I don't like about myself. You know what I mean? Like what I gotta fix. You know, if it's even you know guys win. A lot of guys don't go look at their mistakes when they win because they won. You know, so I like to go look back even on my wins. I like to look at that and see what I could have did better. What would have looked better, you know, if I did it. If it was an angle, if it was a, you know, I've seen a lot of different things I could have did in that fight that would have made things look better. You know, so I'm always when I like after fights and I look at my film, I always try to like look at what I could have did better and what would have like looked better. You know what I mean? If I would have did it.
Yeah, I hear you. So Rolly is ahead of you. If they book you for a fight with Rolly next, actually, I think there's a rumor that Ryan Garcia took his meds and now his vagina is not bleeding anymore and he's ready to come back and fight. So I heard a rumor that he's probably going to fight Rolly. But let's just say that they booked you to fight Rolly, you know, in July. Are you ready for that fight?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You ready to whoop on that boy?
I'm ready to go.
Who do you want to fight? Like who is like your
yeah.
like you, I just want him so bad. I want that nigga so bad.
Ryan.
Right? You don't like Ryan? You just tired?
No. I don't got no problem with him. I don't know him. I didn't know him in amateurs. I don't know him, you know, but it's just like you know, I just feel that, you know, sometimes fighters be hyped. You know what I mean? Sometimes fighters be hyped up and they be like, a lot of people think he's something that, you know, like I ain't gonna take nothing away from him because he where he at or whatever. But you know what I mean? Like you gotta have more. You just gotta have more in your arsenal to be like it's people who praise him. You know what I mean? Like far as like he just there, you know, and that's people who don't know fighting or boxing, you know, but just you know what I mean? It's just like I just don't feel that he what a lot of people make him to be, you know. And I like to show people.
Have you ever seen a fighter or know personally of a fighter who ducked out of a fight out of fear? Like, even as an amateur, have you ever had anybody pull out on you the week of, but they didn't really give a reason why? You know,
Oh yeah. I had that happen. I had that happen a lot. I had that happen a lot.
Yeah, but and there's no undisclosed injury or whatever, but you see the guy on Instagram a week later in the middle of the ocean swimming backwards. You know, don't you think that's because of fear?
Everything good.
Man, I had these conversations like me, Fred, and everybody in the barbershop, and a lot of times you hear people say, anybody who stepped through those ropes is a soldier. Ain't no fighter scared. And I beg to differ. I think there's a lot of guys who are fighting because they've just been doing it, and it's like second nature to them since they've been boxing since 5 and 6 years old. But they don't really have the same heart as a person who, like you said, you started at 18. Deontay Wilder, certain guys, they started late in life, but they got heart. You know what I mean? I really think there's a lot of fighters who are chicken, and they may have a lot of skills and they may have a great record, but I think there's a lot of fighters that's chicken.
That's true. That's facts right there. You know what I mean? It is, and that's a big part of a fighter. You know what I mean? Like, who is that guy as a fighter? You know, and a lot of times people don't really get to see that until a guy get evenly matched up. You know, then they get to see what a guy really made of. You know what I mean? Like, what can he take? What type of pressure can he take? What type of, you know, if he get cut, how's he gonna come back from that? Or, you know, if he get dropped, how is he gonna come back from that? You know, I feel like a lot of guys, man, they run from stuff like that. You know, they run from stuff like that.
Yeah, so I can name a bunch of fighters, and then you go, okay, yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. But, you know, out of the Ryans and the Devins and the Tanks, the Shakurs and Tia Female and all of these different fighters, who do you think is the toughest stylist? Not even necessarily the style, but who's the toughest matchup for you today?
Toughest matchup for me.
Talk to him, Frank. Talk to him.
Hey, I don't know. You know what I mean? I train accordingly. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I can adapt. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm one of those fighters. Like, I can adapt. You can see me fight one style in a fight, and then I could switch it up and fight. I can give you a whole nother look. You know what I mean? So, man, when it comes to that, like, I don't know. When it comes to the style, you know, maybe I don't know.
My brother,
I'm gonna adapt. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna adapt.
Okay. I think this is a part of what my brother Hustler Slim was asking a question in the chat. He said, ask him if he ever been dropped or hurt really bad. And also, how did you adjust after that, if so?
No, I've never been dropped. But I've been like stunned, you know. I've been like, I didn't got hit with a good shot, you know, and it's really I feel like I got a chin on me, you know what I'm talking about? I could take that, you know what I mean? But no, like me, you know, got boom, got hit, and then, you know, I clinch up, boom, get right, and then I'm good. I was good.
Okay. What else did I want to? Oh, you know what? I was going to ask this too. I'm trying to think of what we were talking about before. I wanted to ask. So, whose responsibility is it to make fights happen? Is that the fighter's responsibility? Is that the manager, the promoter?
It's more of a, it's both kind of, the manager, the promoter, you know, the fighter got to be ready. We got to be ready. You know, it be sometimes, you know, a fight could come across, and if a fighter ain't ready, you know, they don't get the fight. So it's really like a team thing. Everybody just got to be on the same page. You know what I mean?
So do you feel like if you press for a fight, and again, I'm not talking about the highest profile guys, right? Because I know that works a little differently. But if there's a guy that's ranked number 16 or ranked number 13, and you really want to fight this dude, and you pressing, and he wants to fight you, don't you think that if you put enough pressure, or I'm sorry, I don't want to assume, do you think if you apply enough pressure, to your management and to the promoters that you can get the fight done?
Yeah, I'm sure we can make it happen.
Okay. So I see a lot of times that guys are blaming the promotion, they're blaming networks, and I just feel like if guys press hard enough that they could get some action. And I get a little bit frustrated with boxing. Did you see, of course you saw the Canelo fight, you mentioned it, but did you see the press conference afterwards when Demetrius Andrade came in?
Yeah.
Okay. Canelo Alvarez told him to get out and said that I don't like your style. Like he said in the report that he didn't like Demetrius Andrade's style.
Mm-hmm.
What do you take from that?
I mean, like he probably say he don't like his style, but when it come to that right there too, like as a fighter, sometimes man, it don't always be like if somebody say, "Oh, I want to fight," you just take the fight. You know what I mean? Because it's like at the end of the day, it's business. You know what I mean? You wanna get those fights. A lot of times, like all right, so the Demetrius Andrade. I don't feel that Canelo is scared to fight him or nothing like that, but maybe he may feel he need, like he said, he was like, you ain't fought. He tough. That he a beast. He tough. He he gonna go. But Canelo probably feel like, man, like why would I give this dude this opportunity? You know what I mean? I feel he should wait. He should fight a few more people and then I give him the opportunity.
Yeah, let me see. My brother LW said, ask Martin why was his last fight so secret?
He said, why was it so secret?
Right. He's a boxing enthusiast. He's a boxing enthusiast, so he said he knew about it weeks prior, but most fans didn't know that it was happening.
For real, we was really waiting to we was really waiting on the date. I knew I was fighting, it was just more waiting on the exact date and all that. The date had came out like a little late.
Okay. What did you make of the Floyd and Jake Paul?
Floyd trying to run it up.
Floyd trying to run it up, right?
Man, he trying to run it up. He like, what did he say? I was watching it earlier today. The Gilly the Kid and
oh yeah, I saw that.
I seen a little bit of it. I was on my way back home or whatever. I was watching on the plane. But what Floyd say, he was like he was making like for a fight, he said he could come back and make like what he say 30 million or something like that. And he said he could do an exhibition. He ain't gotta fight a fighter and he make whatever he making. I feel that it's good for him. You know what I mean? That's for him to be able to do that. He built this platform up to be able to do that. You know what I mean? So for him, that's good. For fighters like fighters like me, fighters who trying to make it and come up. You know what I mean? We like, dang, you know what I mean? He's trying to get that bag like that too. But he works for that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people be mad about it. Some people be like, he doing it because he can.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. What promoter are you with?
I'm working one man down.
Oh, okay. All right. That was official. I didn't know. It seemed like you was like you deferred it a little bit. You mean so? Okay, that's good. Let's see.
What'd you say?
Frank Martin's. My brother Reggie in the chat. He said, "What's your goal financially? Is it setting aside 50% of income for savings? Tell us what your plan is." So with boxing and also after boxing.
Boxing, is really just my door opener, to different things. I was blessed to be able to, to fight. I work hard, you know what I mean? And I'm getting better and better. But really, man, boxing is gonna be my door opener for us to venture off into different things, So far as right now, I got a lot of things that I want to do far as like business. But far as right now, I'm just using boxing as that key.
Who's your manager, by the way?
You said what?
Your manager. Do you have a manager or no?
Nope.
Okay. Was there any other promotional companies that wanted your services, like Top Rank, Matchroom?
Man, for real, I really was like under the radar. I was really like, I really been under the radar, being in Indiana, it ain't big, so a lot of people really didn't know who I was. And then even coming out the amateurs, like, so when I started fighting in the amateurs, I came out of the blue, I didn't have like people knowing me or this platform from years and years, I was just kind of surfacing, so I just came out the blue.
Got that.
So
Got
so a lot of people ain't really know who I was, but the people who have seen me and stuff, a lot of people they already knew, but it was just like a lot of people wasn't able to see me.
Mm-hmm. So where was the strangest place you fought in your first 11 fights?
The strangest place?
Yeah.
Man. The strangest place. Man, I done fought in the liquor store. He said the liquor store. Hey. No, I went to the liquor store. It was a Tendo Armory. I fought in a Tendo. It was like a Tendo. It was a Tendo Armory out here in Indianapolis. I had like maybe five fights at like little venues here in Indiana, and then I had about 4 fights in Michigan at the Motor City Casino.
Okay.
And then 1 in Vegas, and then I had 1 in Dallas, and then 1 in Cali. I may have had 5 in Michigan, and then 5 in Indiana, and then I had 1 in Vegas, 1 in Texas, and 1 in Cali.
So when you find out your headline, and shout out Patricia Sheldon says she knows who you are. She's from the Indianapolis area.
What's going on, Patricia?
When you found out you were headlining,
that turned me up. I'm like, oh yeah. I didn't expect for it to happen so soon. You know what I mean? I was thinking like, okay, I just fought on the last fight, maybe I'm gonna be like the opening, or the televised portion, and then I'm gonna be the co, then I'm gonna be the the main. But the opportunity presented itself, and I just took it, but it had me geeked up. I didn't know officially that I was fighting the main event till like maybe like a week and a half. No, probably like 10 days. Probably like 10 days away from the fight that it was official that I was gonna be the main event.
And all three of y'all are working out at the same time as well, right? In the gym together.
Yeah.
At some point or another.
Yeah.
Working out. That's great motivation, right? Like you got 3 guys on the same card. The intensity must be thick in that motherfucker.
It's crazy because we was all working. We was all working. Even Amon, Burley, everybody was in there working. So it's more of normally, you know what I mean? I'm doing a lot on my own.
Right.
Like I'm back in Indiana. It don't be like always a team. I always strive when it's people. If it's workout partners and stuff like that, you always have a better camp. Always.
Right. Are you working out with Blu-ray as well?
Who is that?
Blu-ray.
Oh,
you don't know who he is yet? Oh, that's Earl's strength and conditioning coach that he had, and I guess now he's back now because they dropped a video last Wednesday or Thursday, so they're back training together. Yeah, okay, that's when he was working with it when he had 10, 11 knockouts in a row. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I never.
Yeah, my brother JQ in the chat, he said, ask how long you think it'll take before you are competing for a title.
It could be, for real, it could be, like realistically, it could be like the end of this year.
Okay. Let me see. Jordan said something to you, Fred. He said, hey, Fred, tell that nigga he forgot about me.
Oh, I guess he was in the gym training with you too.
Nah, come on, Jay. You know I can't get up. Jay in there working. You know he in there working just like us. You know what I mean? Jay in there working like for real though. Jay in there working just like us.
I saw him on the countdown. Was it? I'm not sure what Fox calls it, but it's equivalent to 24 and stuff like that. But fight, what's it called? Fight camp. It's called Fight Camp, right? I saw Jordan in there running with Earl on the track and stuff. How's your weight in between fights? How high do you get up?
Probably like 150, about 152.
Oh man, I see you don't get that high because I see the definition in your arm. So
yeah. Nah, I don't never really blow up for real. I gotta keep it lower. You know, I wanna be walking around at like 45. If I'm 45, 47, 45, that's cool. You know, that's perfect for me. But like I be walking around at 52.
Have you considered 130 or is that just too low?
Nah, I'm cool. I ain't gonna do 130.
He didn't even think about it. He said, "Hell no."
What weight you fight the amateur?
I was a 41 in the amateurs.
Really? How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So that means he's 5'7". You know, whenever a man say he 5.
Nah. Look. I ain't 5'7.5". That's for real.
Oh man. Oh.
It's mostly men in here, so we're gonna tell the truth about the weight, the height.
Oh man.
What's special about Frank Martin?
What's special about me? Man, I work hard, man. I'm willing to put in like whatever work that it takes. You know what I mean? I'm willing to put that in. I just ain't one of those fighters who got the skills and the talent and don't really full out push myself, you know. I know I got the skills, I know I got the talent, you know, but everybody ain't got that work ethic. Everybody ain't got that work ethic. And that's what keep you over the top. You know, having that work ethic or whatever. I'm always pushing myself. You know what I mean? Mentally, physically, I always try to keep myself sharp, you know. Even if it's talking to somebody about, you know, something far as on the scale of what could better me as a fighter or whatever, what they did as a fighter, you know, things like that, just to keep me sharp on that too. But man, to answer that question, what make me special is I'm willing to put in the work to get to where I want to get to, you know, on top of, you know, the skills.
Okay. Anybody that you won't fight, and the reason why I ask is because we've been hearing this from time to time. Guys are training partners, or a guy is a long second cousin, or they went to elementary school together, or one guy's last name is Porter, another guy's last name is Crawford. I mean, there's many reasons why these dudes say they don't fight each other. But is there anybody between 130, 135, and 140 that you can tell us right now, so we can hold you accountable to, that you will not or cannot fight?
You know, I don't really know none of them, like none of the top fighters like that. I ain't never really ran into them, but I'm gonna have to say none of the guys in the stable who I'm with right now. And my homeboy Javar Jones, you know, we can't never go.
What weight is he fighting at?
30, between 30 and 35.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
all right. So that's cool, and I'm glad you said that. So now, if in 3 or 4 years from now, you know, you got a title and he's the number 1 or number 2 contender, we won't be looking for that fight, you know, because we already know that y'all like brothers, and it's already written in stone. So, you know, we need that, man. These fighters change up so much, man, and it's like for us as boxing fans, it's a relationship for us, but it's an abusive relationship. You probably heard that saying before. We in love with boxing on Saturday, and then the next Saturday we hating all of the players and everybody involved, and then 2 weeks later we back in love again. So, you know, we just want some consistency, man. We want good fights, good competitive fights, and consistency.
Yeah.
If boxing can give us that, man, I think we're pretty happy. But let me ask you about this, man. PEDs and steroids. can a person be on the pound for pound list if they are taking PEDs, performance enhancing drugs?
Nope.
Okay. And what should the penalty be for somebody who's caught taking PEDs, clenbuterol, or whatever type of dope to enhance their performance?
What they gotta suspend them.
Yes. What do you think? 6 months? You think a year? And 10 years?
And I say spend about 6 months. About 6 months.
You easy with it, huh?
I mean, yeah, because it's like it just depends. You get caught twice, then it get turn it up. But I feel like sometimes, you know what I mean, some people learn from their mistakes, and then some people don't.
Who wins, Crawford or Porter?
Or Sean Porter?
Yeah, Sean Porter. Excuse me, Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter.
I think that's gonna be a tough fight for Crawford, just because of that style. But I think Crawford will pull it off.
Crawford to pull it off. Yeah,
I think Crawford will pull it off.
Yeah.
A lot of people singing Jerron Boots in his praises really high right now. What do you think of him?
I think Jerron nice. I think Jerron good. Matter of fact, the year that I had the first year I went to the Golden Gloves or whatever, when I had fought Abraham and all that first year, Jerron had won that year at my weight class at 141 in the National Golden Gloves. But I think Jerron nice. But it's levels. You know what I mean? It's levels, and he got the skills, he got all of that. But when you get in there with them guys who on a different level as far as that IQ, all that athleticism don't work as well.
So tell us about those guys with the IQ. Who are they?
You got Earl, Terrence. You got Earl, Terrence, Canelo. You got the Canelos. You got who else? You talking about currently fighting?
Yeah.
Or just saying? I would say Earl, Terrence. Who else? Who else?
What you think about? I'm throw some more names in there. Maybe the Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. Yeah.
Okay. Keith Thurman.
Keith Thurman. Yeah. Keith Thurman, cool.
How do you beat Tank Davis?
How do you beat Tank Davis?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for real to beat Tank Davis, you just gotta be able to box. You gotta be able to box. You gotta have some pop on you. You know what I mean? And you gotta be able to take a punch. But you just gotta be able to move. You gotta be able to box.
Do you stop him if y'all fight?
If he run into this left, yeah.
My brother Jay Dix in the chat, he said, what do you feel about guys bragging about sparring wins, and do you think that holds any weight?
Man, for real, sparring, I don't feel sparring really hold weight, right? It do, but it don't. It do, but it don't. You know what I mean? It's cool because you gonna have your days in sparring where you do good. You gonna have days where you don't. But it's cool to be able to say, all right, I sparred, boom, boom, boom. You don't really talk about it, like you don't blow it up or nothing like that. But if you do have a conversation about it or whatever, you can say what you did or whatever. But I don't feel that sparring really like indicate how to go in a real fight. But you do got some fighters who good gym fighters, and they don't do good under the lights. And then you got fighters who decent in the gym, they aight in the gym, but the gym, they gonna work, but the gym they ain't trying to go crazy in the gym and sparring. They gonna really show up when it's time to fight.
Kyle want to come in and ask a question, DB.
Yep.
Okay, good. Hey, Kyle.
What's going on? What's going on to the shop, man? What's going on, Frank, man? Appreciate you coming through.
What's up with you?
I gotta disagree with you on that Demetrius Andrade talk, man. I gotta disagree with you.
That's your man.
Cause what's the biggest win? What's the biggest win on Canelo's resume?
The biggest win of his where I had to say like Triple G.
What was Triple G's biggest win? Without controversy.
Shit.
If we gotta play Jeopardy, he ain't fought no goddamn body. What I'm saying is this, bro. He's ducked Demetrius Andrade to 2 different weight classes. You know what I'm saying? 154 and 160. Right? My thing is this, man. I'm not saying Demetrius Andrade is the best fighter of all time, but he does cause a problem with Canelo. Canelo struggled with Billy Joe Saunders yesterday because he's a southpaw. So my thing is, if you're scared, say you're scared. My thing is, I think Demetrius Andrade can beat him. Because Demetrius Andrade, he had a chance to go undisputed at 154. And then he bitched out.
Right. I ain't say Demetrius couldn't beat him. I ain't say he couldn't beat him. I was more on the dude wasn't scared. You know what I mean? I was more on that. You know what I mean? I
think Canelo's scared of him, though. I think Canelo's scared of him. You know, I think my thing is, man, a slick black fighter. And that's the thing, right? All of a sudden, he wanted to be undisputed. Like, he going hard for undisputed, right? Because look who he got to fight to be undisputed.
How you think that? How you think that'll go? How you think that Caleb and Canelo will go?
If it's even playing fields, you know what I mean? If the judges don't do no bullshit, I think Canelo will lose.
You think Canelo lose?
Yeah, I think he got a problem with slick fighters.
Right.
Somebody that's not there for him to hit.
That's good. That's a move.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He won a stationary punching bag. Think about it, man. Anthony Urdrum was a fucking punching bag. If you put Demetrius Andrade in that same scenario, he ain't there to be hit that many times like that. And he's awkward too.
Yeah, that awkwardness, you right. It's hard to fight awkward fighters too.
And I got one more thing for you. And you're gonna feel me on this, right? Because you about to fight for a title soon, right? But say you already got a title and somebody's been saying they want to be undisputed, right? And you have the key to the undisputed in 2 different weight classes. And then they say, no, I'm not gonna go undisputed. I'm gonna go up to 175 and beat a washed up person, and then I'm gonna come down and not fight him at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, give that man an opportunity. You say he ain't fought nobody, will be that person that he fought.
True.
You done scared the man away, man. He pushed the wrong button. How's Philly?
Oh man, I'm back home now, man. You know what I mean? It was cool.
Oh,
you sit there and feeling me to death, man, with this haircut and shit.
Yeah, you got that you got that NOI haircut.
But
right now.
No, it was lit though. It was crazy, man.
Yo.
Andre Rozier. So that's
my bad.
I mean, we thought you was ducking some smoke, big dog.
Nah.
He said ducking like Canelo ducking Andrade. Is that what you said?
Man, listen.
I ain't going like that.
Hey, but this is the whole thing, right? Because, you know, I like to study. I like to go back and see. When he said Demetrius Andrade didn't fight nobody, his last, 7 opponents didn't fight nobody. You know what I mean? So my thing is, be the person that he fought. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If he that easy to beat, then beat him. But this whole thing where they say that you ain't fought nobody, he ain't fought nobody. Well, if you fought him, then he'll fight somebody. You know what I mean? So that'd be the thing. But hey, we appreciate you for coming through. Big friend, I get to these kids and the wife, man. You know, I got back late for Mother's Day, so you know what I mean. All right, big dog.
All right, now.
Appreciate that, DB. You wanna wind up the last few questions?
Yeah, I do. I want to ask about the women's boxing. Clarissa Shields. What you think about Clarissa Shields in boxing, and also how she transitioned over to mixed martial arts? What do you think that'll do for her career?
Man, I think that's gonna skyrocket her career. I think Clarissa, like, she thinking on a different level. Like, she really trying to be great. You know, she really trying to, like,
I agree with that.
she really trying to show. She's trying to show the men. She's trying to show the women that you can really do whatever you want to do if you work hard and you just put your mind at it. You know, and she doing some unheard of, you know what I mean, things. She trying to get her name. She's trying to get her name all the way out there.
That's what's up. Let me get this. Then you go next. Casual Bass Guy says, "Where's the crypto shows at, Fred?" They coming. We'll definitely have some crypto shows, man. We have some experts. Come on, go ahead, DB.
Yeah, H Money said drop the link.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me ask you this about who do you think are the most underrated fighters? Got a lot of skill, and we just probably don't hear enough about them. Maybe somebody that you've been sparring with, or just somebody that you noticed that's got a lot of skill, but doesn't necessarily get the hype in the pub.
Shakur. Who else? Guy named Quashawn Toller. Sean Taylor. Big names. You know, I ain't really been on the circuit that long, so I ain't really, you know, I got just like really my people, you know, far as Sean Toller, you got Shakur. For the most part, man, it's a lot, you know, me, you know what I mean? It's a lot of fighters, man, that ain't on a circuit that's good. It's a lot of them. So it's a lot.
Who wins? Devin Haney, or who's Devin Haney fighting? I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Javier Fortuna.
No, he ain't fighting Fortuna.
I'm sorry. He's fighting against Linares.
Oh yeah. How's that fight play out?
I think that's gonna be. I think Devin gonna pull it out, but I think it's gonna be a tough fight for him. I think that's gonna be a tough fight for him because Linares, like, you know, he gonna have that grown man strength. You know, he long. He gonna have a grown man strength. And I think he gonna cover distance. He gonna be able to cover his distance well against Devin. I don't think Devin gonna stay on him. He gonna just stay on him. I think Devin gonna pull it out.
Devin to pull it off, sure.
Yeah, my brother L Dub, he said, how about the IBF 140-pound champion, Mary McGee from Gary, Indiana?
Mary McGee.
Oh, so you done left Indiana and now you repping Detroit, huh?
Nah, I ain't. Man, I don't really know a lot of people on the circuit like that. You feel me?
Okay.
What was the question?
Ain't no funny style. I don't really. If I see dude, I probably will, but I don't. When it comes to I ain't never heard of dude.
No, it's a woman, Mary McKee. But you know, he know everybody. He know every boxer from atom weight all the way up to the super heavyweights that don't exist no more. But yeah, it's a woman. We were talking about women boxing when he asked that question. So.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking you was asking me about. I think I do know who you're talking about though. When you said, now that you say that, you saying it's a woman.
Yeah,
I think I do know you.
Yeah, I got you. Did you drop the link already for H Money?
Yeah, I did. He taking too long, so we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Hold on, Jay Dixon had another one. He said, what does he think that fighters need to do to get more exposure?
Yeah.
Man, we us as fighters, we could do a lot better promoting ourselves. You know what I mean? Just getting content, more content out of ourselves. But for real, I feel what help us the most though is being able to fight on them networks. But outside of that, outside of fighting on the network, just putting a lot of content out. You know, if it's in a gym, if it's whatever, you know, just kind of like just getting your name out there, putting in the leg work on your own. You know, with your team, with your people, y'all putting in that leg work to get your name out there. But I think the networks help you a lot though. Playing on TV help you a lot.
What's a good amount of times to fight a year for a fighter?
In the beginning, I feel like
now for you. Now you're ranked number 4 in the world. You're pretty much knocking at the door. What's a good number for you?
I like to fight like this year. I like to fight at least like I done fought twice so far. I like to fight at least like 5 more times this year. 4 to 5 more times.
You already fought twice this year?
Yeah. No, I'm tripping. The last fight was December. It was December 5th.
Okay. Because I was about to say I don't remember that fight. I remember that, but that's close enough.
Same thing.
No, but I thought I missed a fight. I thought I had missed one. That's why. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
My brother Mir said, do you have any history with Keyshawn Davis?
Nope.
Okay. All right. And then they also said, what about O'Shaquie Foster?
O'Shaquie Foster. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Your Instagram. We got your Instagram, man.
What'd you say?
We gotta tell people your Instagram where they can find.
Yeah. Y'all gotta follow me on Frank. My Instagram is Frank Mark 2016.
2016 is the year you turned pro. Or
no,
2016 you start.
Man, that's the year I made my Instagram.
Because you know Frank Martin is the coach at Kansas State. At some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or who gonna win the NBA championship?
The Los Angeles Lakers.
You think the Nets? You think the Pistons? Lakers? You think the Lakers gonna pull it off?
Yeah.
Or you think they coasting right now?
I think that they coasting. I think they gonna pull it out.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up.
Who you got?
I got New Jersey. Okay. I think New Jersey gonna pull it off, man. And the reason why I want them to pull it off is because I want them to take over. You know what I mean? I want them to, because they the black sheep of the NBA. So I kind of like want the Rebels to win. You know, I mean, in an ideal situation, I would want the Lakers to win. But I just want them to turn the NBA upside down. You know what I mean? And you know, just be the black. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at, man.
Good stuff, man. Well, we thank you for coming out, man. You got any parting words? What you want to tell the people before you leave about training, about fighting, or whatever you got, man? You got the world's ear right now. So
oh, H Money's in here, man. Hey, yeah. All right, you ready to go viral, man? Hey, before we do that, man, I appreciate you, Adam, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate them UK ducats, man. Appreciate you, man. Them euros, man. Go ahead, H. What's up?
Yo. What's good? What's popping?
What's going on?
What's good? What's good, my boy Frank Martin? What it's hitting for?
Man, not too much. Just cooling. What's going on?
Man, shit, I see I had to crash the interview. You know, I heard my boy Devin Haney name was mentioned. I heard my brother DB, matter of fact, he asked you about Devin Haney and a couple of other fighters, and he said, was it a good fight? And I mean, you don't think that's a good fight with Devin Haney? You don't think that's good work? It's like you just brushed off the question. Because I know Devin Haney, WBC lightweight champion. You know what I'm saying? And like, he a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like we down for the smoke if that's what you really want. If you want to run the fade like Devin, he make that happen. I see you with Earl Spence. That's even better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, you want to crack at the title, you want to be a champion. This is an opportunity. Let's do that. Let's run it. Let's run it.
I like that.
For sure. Let's do it. I mean, you want to take your time. I understand. You know, I understand. Just let me know. Because I work with Devin Haney. That's my nephew. We could get Bill Haney on here right now. We could do this right now. You feel me? We come with the term sheet. Just let me know.
Y'all do come with term sheets.
Hey, look. They asked me who I want. I said Ryan. You know what I mean? We all at the same weight
champion though. Devin Haney a champion though. He got the belt.
I'm saying we all at the same weight class. You know, everybody gonna get it. You know, everybody gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm saying we got the belt. Ryan don't have no belt. He got mental illness and making excuses. Devin Haney don't make no excuses. Why I know you want to be a champion. We got the WBC world title like Earl Spence. Let's do it. Let's make it happen for the fans in the barbershop.
Yeah, for sure. Let him get his fight out the way with Linares, and then we see what's up.
That's easy work. That's easy work.
Yeah, we can see what's up.
I bet. Okay, for sure. I'm gonna hold you accountable for it. Appreciate that. Much love.
All right.
H Buddy always comes in, blows up the spot real quick, man. But yeah, man, we appreciate you coming on, man. And please, when they announce your fight, come back and just come and hang out with us, man. We ain't gotta do no interview. We just come hang out and talk some shit. You know what I mean? Just pop in anytime, man. I appreciate Jordan setting up, man. And appreciate
Frank, listen, if you want to keep your ear to the street in terms of boxing, you ain't even got to comment in the chat, but man, if all you got to do is just listen to the show, and you're going to know what's going on in boxing from top to bottom.
Hey, man. I'm tapped in. From here on out. I'm all the way tapped in.
Appreciate that. And yeah, Terry said I actually spoke to Derek James last week. He doing good. I was talking to him about his elevator. I said, man, you got an elevator in your house, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, to tell Earl we got to shoot some guns when I come down there, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, because we ain't got to go to no shooting range. We just go to his backyard. I want to tear some shit up. He got a ranch down. He heard he wearing cowboy boots now and shit. But he in good shape too. I saw him. I saw a video. Yeah, I was happy because I saw and it's funny because 2 days prior to that, or a day before, I saw Jamel Charlo. And I'm like, damn, Jamel is in shape, you know? And then the next day I saw Earl training with Blu-ray, and I'm like, Earl looked about 160 pounds, you know? I was happy, you know? So
they work.
Yeah, it's gonna be a much easier camp for Earl, and it's definitely gonna be an easier camp for Jamel, you know, because it looks like they just got to work out to cut the weight off, you know. I mean, it's still hard to make the weight, but still, relatively speaking, you know. But yeah, man, you in a good space, man. I think Derek James is very cerebral. You know what I mean? He's an intelligent man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta tell him to speak up and shit, but outside of that,
he talk low. You know he talk low.
Sometimes I gotta pick words and be like, okay, he said that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate Derek James and Man Down Promotion. So send my regards, man. And Jordan, appreciate you setting this up, man. And see you soon. And just pop in, dog. And all we do is talk shit. Just pop in. You don't need.
Hey, I got you for sure.
Appreciate you, big dog. Thanks for coming in, man.
All right, now, y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Oh, thank you, man.
Good looking, Jay. I ain't forget about you.
Frank Martin 2016, man. Go follow him on Instagram.
Salute to Frank Martin.
Appreciate you. Yeah, that's love. That was fun. It's cool getting them early, man, before they become champion, because I think he's gonna be a champion. I think he's gonna be a champion. It's gonna be a lot of open belts at the end of this year. Teofimo's definitely moving up. He ain't gonna hold on much long. He probably got one more fight at 135, and he's right there. Him and Rolly are right there to fight for the vacant title, because the PBC has a great relationship with the WBA. Similar to what Bob has with the WBO. So that's probably what we can anticipate, right? Because Loma's on WBA, and someone said it was another guy there too. I totally forgot. Someone L-Dub put it in the chat. So he may be fighting for a vacant title at the top of next year at 135.
Let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it. Yeah. Listen, as long as he keeps the energy he came in here with, fight all of these guys that you say that you will fight, other than that one person that you named, just fight these guys, stay consistent. And it's crazy because I noticed that when fighters say a lot of fights, it's people that's in the chat saying no, no, no. Man, stop watching boxing if you want to see guys fight once or twice a year. Man, listen, these dudes should be fighting more. Unless there's an injury, unless you get a medical suspension from the athletic commission, you should be in there fighting over and over again. Why go through these long 12-week training camps, 10-week training camps, when you can just get back in the ring and fight somebody?
Sure.
You getting paid to do it. Training camp is for free. Matter of fact, you spending money on camp. Right? Get in there, let us see fights. Because there's going to be a time when you go 12-0, 13-0, people kind of looking. You get to about 17, 18-0, you get a couple of people that will take the fight, and some will be making excuses. But when you get to that dub, when you get to 20-0, man, forget about all of the top dudes. If you take the top 10 guys, you're going to have 3 that's going to call you out and one more that may take the fight. And the other guy's going to come up with all kind of excuses, management, network, injuries, timing, and all sort of weird stuff. I just had a baby. I want to spend time with my family. Me and my girl having problems. I got a headache, all kind of excuses. So you take these fights when you can get them. You don't have to wait till you're getting $2 million a fight to try to fight more. Man, when you're getting paid $15,000 and $20,000 a fight, man, you should be trying to rack it up. Fight you 5-6 times a year so you can get you $100K. Why be in camp? Why starve yourself? Why put all of this pain on your body just so you can, at the end of the year, you only got $40,000 or $50,000, and you still working at Target, Walmart, Kmart, or Garden, whatever it might be. If you a fighter, fight. You signed up for this, so get it in. And we the fans, and don't say I like to get the fans what they want to see. Like this steroid head. He talking about he told Brian Custer. I'm flip the script, but Canelo told Brian Custer that he want to give the fans the fights that they want to see easily. He said, "What about Jamal Charlo?" He like, yeah, if that's what the fans want, I'm gonna give it to him. Okay, cool. What about David Benavidez? Okay, then he was like, yeah, I think that'd be a good fight. Okay, all of a sudden you switched reels because you said you didn't want to fight no more Mexicans. Okay, cool. The pressure is on. He asked about
Benavidez.
I can't remember another. Say it again.
David Benavidez.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. He said he'll fight David Benavidez.
And then
Andrade. And then when he asked about Boo Boo, when he asked about Demetrius Andrade, he like, that guy? Yeah, that guy, that undefeated guy. The guy that's been calling you out for 15 different weight divisions. The guy that's undefeated and got a title. That guy. That guy, if you want to shut him up, all you got to do is beat him, and then he can disappear. But he's talking about that guy. What he say? I got other plans. What are your plans? You talking about you want to be the best. You want to be pound for pound. You want to be undisputed. But you steadily moving around that fight. Shut him up and get him up out of there. If it's that easy. Oh, Caleb Plant was the other person I think that he had mentioned.
Oh,
too.
Caleb Plant. Okay.
Yeah. But I was listening. I think it was I'm not sure if it was Big Tank. It wasn't Tank. It was a cat named Michael. He sounded like he was from LA. He was on Reggie's show a little bit earlier. And he made a pretty good point. And I thought about this. You know who can ruin all of the plans for all of this? Caleb Plant, by not fighting him. Caleb Plant fight David Benavidez. Caleb Plant can fight Demetrius Andrade. He could fight Jamal Charlo. He could fight everybody else instead of fighting Canelo. Now, Tank made a good point. He said if because the short notice fight that he did not accept, if he didn't fight him this time, then it would be perceived or considered ducking, and that might, be a strike to his legacy, so to speak. You know, so I don't think he could not fight Canelo 2 times, but that was something interesting that the brother Michael had mentioned. Though I'm like, yeah, that could throw a monkey wrench in the game, you know. But yeah, man, this dude just Lionel, he said money. Yeah, I hear you. Everybody got to go for the money, but
yeah, I think from a business standpoint, I think PBC will leverage Caleb Plant for Canelo to fight twice on PBC.
How much are these guys getting to fight Canelo? I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know, but 73,000 people was a statement yesterday. If I'm doing business with Canelo, I leverage that last belt for a 2-fight deal at least, you know. So on the network. So maybe September and December, you know, if those numbers are what they say they are. So I can anticipate that, you know. I don't know if Canelo, I don't know if Caleb planned to be first or second, but I'm sure Canelo will want that fight to be first. Or if he goes with the zone, maybe he fights Triple G, you know, because they got to do something with Triple G's salary because he has a guarantee, you know.
So there it is. Tank said Errol Spence, Caleb Plant, Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez were all emphatic yes. But when he mentioned that one guy that happened to aggressively be calling him out, then Alvarez all of a sudden says, I have other plans. Yeah. How can anybody who's a boxing fan go, well, you know, I mean, he's got other things he want to do and start making excuses. You are not a boxing fan.
Yeah.
This dude has been calling you out. So this dude wants to fight.
And
yeah.
And he's kind of quirky, but he did what fans ask fighters to do. I mean, let's just call it a buck. I know he did it in a little corny little way. But still, he went to the press conference. But I know that's his way. I'm just saying, like, some people may say, some people just like, I'm not a fan. I don't think he's that good. However, I do respect him. And he is a world champion. So he should be respected as such. So I think that he got to keep on banging that drum. And what I didn't like about that situation was
I'm gonna say it. I know it. Go ahead.
What was one
that Eddie Hearn stuff?
I just didn't like how Eddie Hearn just sat there. Like I didn't like it how he left him on the island, knowing that he's promoting both fighters. You know,
right? You're a promoter, like old man Bob said. My job is to promote the fight.
Yeah, I was very taken aback by that. Man, I had a lot of thoughts. I had a lot of thoughts that I tried to put in the video, and I just refused. It just didn't come out right. But I think that let's hold up the phone line. Are you staying or are you going? What are you doing?
I'm gonna stay for a second. I just want to look at some of these right here. Fan Brother said, I genuinely don't have no interest in Andrade, but I'll sure watch the fight. But here's the thing. And I know it's a rhetorical question, but Avni Yildirim, did you watch that fight? Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm. Were you interested in Avni Yildirim? No. Is that a better fight than Demetrius Andrade? You watched the Caleb Smith fight, right? Is he better than Boo Boo? No. Did you watch the fight? Yeah. Is that a better fight than Andrade? Not at all. And then Canelo said, you gotta, who have you fought? Well, who did Yildirim fight? Who did Caleb Smith fight? Who did Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight? Who did tiny glass jaw Amir Khan fight at your weight? So all of those Canelo apologists, for all the Mexican nationalists, for all the so-called boxing fans that don't want to see these fights, the champions fight champions, man, it's just it's incredible. I mean, it's amazing to me, you know. But there's 4 major belts, and then there's 3-4 offshoot belts, and all of these different sanctioning bodies and networks, man, that's the part of this sport that I cannot stand. Can't stand. I'd even be all right with 2 belts, man, a European and American, or an East Coast, West Coast, something. But having 4 and then these other ones 2 in different levels of the same belt, it's just way too much, man. And I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, what if there's 1 belt, you have to fight your mandatory, and if you don't fight your mandatory, you're stripped and you're fined.
Well, you can't be fined for money you didn't earn. I mean, I would find that challenging.
Well,
but I get it. I'm all in on the idea, though.
Yeah. I'm just throwing it in there because I know there's going to be a whole bunch of lawyers in the chat now, giving all of these reasons why. But I'll just give you an example. In MMA, for example, right? Take a Bellator UFC fighter. If we have a contract, right? We have a contract that we're going to. Well, actually, it doesn't have to be. We're going to fight at 155 pounds. If you come in 2 pounds overweight, I get 20% of your purse. If you come in 3 pounds over, and some of the commissions is 30%, but it doesn't go higher than 30%. So if you know that you're automatically going to give up 30% of your purse, like that having money taken away from you because you haven't made that money yet. You got to fight to make the money. You understand? So yeah, you can take money that the person didn't make yet. There's a way to do it.
Sure.
But, I just think that there need to be more stern things. Listen, if you get cracked for taking a steroid, cool. You get a 2-year suspension. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 years. And if you are in the top 10, you get dropped out of the top 10, and now you're at number 11. So now you got to work your way back into the top 10. Now you got to fight dudes. Like there's something. Listen, I'm just throwing stuff out there. I'm just throwing ish against the wall to see if it'll stick. But I'm just saying it's too much leniency right now, and rules are getting changed, and there's not enough consistency all around the board because there's so many different sanctioning bodies and belts and whatnot, and networks and so on and so on.
Mike Jones says, the phone lines are open, guys. Go ahead and call in if you want to beam in. Andrade don't have a leg to stand on because we not standing behind him.
Mike Jones, you saying you not standing behind him? Because I am. I don't listen. It's crazy how brothers do this, but dudes start looking at, oh man, did you see his hair? And I've seen this in chats. I've seen it in here and I've seen it in other chats. You see his hair, you see the outfit that he had on, you hear how he sounds. That's his own style. That's his own sound. So why should he be like all of the other so-called tough guys instead of just being himself? Are all your cousins all the same? All your nephews all the same? No. One's nerdy. One acts feminine, but he ain't gay. The other one is gay. One a gangbanger. The other one half square, half street. Everybody different. So why should he have to be like everybody else? And guess what? What everybody else is doing ain't working. That's why they all chasing the Mexican.
What's up, 202?
What's up, Fred?
How
What's
you
up,
feel?
BB? What's up?
What's up, family?
Yeah. So I see the subject, it says, let me go back.
Can anybody beat Canelo? I think that's the title, right? Oh, did Canelo impress you? And
well, he impressed me. I mean, certain things that he did, like the nuances, and some things absolutely not. Excuse me, absolutely not. I noticed certain things that all fighters have tendencies and all fighters make mistakes. There's no invincible fighter. And if you fight enough fighters, eventually you will lose. But, I found some things I noticed that Canelo did against a southpaw that he usually didn't do when he fought somebody like Lara or Austin Trout. Before, he was trigger happy with the right hand. This time he used most of the left. But I also want to highlight Demetrius Andrade, man. Hey, shout out to that, man.
who?
Shout out Demetrius Andrade.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to that man. I'm really, excuse me. I'm really overjoyed that man pulled up to Canelo's press conference and just called him out, which is okay. I saw a lot of comments that fans, certain fans didn't like that. They thought Demetrius embarrassed himself. They thought he was an embarrassment. They thought he looked like a clown. I disagree. I totally disagree. I thought that's what fighters should do. If you want a fight, pull up on the fighter. That goes way back in the day.
Pull up on him.
Way back in the day. Just pull up to the guy and say, hey, let's fight. You're a champion, I'm a champ, or I'm the challenger, you're the champ, or, that's tradition. That's tradition. Like, what the fuck? What do we mean that's embarrassed? What the embarrassment is, Canelo telling Andrade, hey, you're a horrible fighter. Canelo knows Andrade's not a horrible fighter. He was showing off for the people in there. These guys, him and Reynoso, they're like us. They watch boxing. They watch these guys. They see it. They see the nuances, maybe even better than us, because they're fighters. This is what they do for a living. They see these fighters' weaknesses and strengths, and they measure up their own weaknesses and strengths. He knows that Andrade would give him some serious issues. He would do way better than Billy Joe Saunders. Way better. And I think he would sell the fight way better than Billy Joe Saunders did. I think he really would. I like his personality. Sometimes his style isn't the most pleasing at times. Sometimes he does things that's like mundane. Like he does try to do the same thing over and over when he sets up his left hand. And sometimes he gets a little sloppy. But other than that, I think the kid got real style and skill. And he would definitely give Canelo some headaches. And I really think that Eddie Hearn should push for that fight, man. Andrade can talk some good trash. I've seen him in interviews. He's actually got a good personality. He's pretty likable. He's a 2 Division world champion. Yeah, he hasn't fought the best, but how can you if people don't want to fight you? How? People keep saying he ain't fighting nobody. Like people don't want to fight him. Now, let's keep it 100. He did mess up back when he was with Rock Nation with those fights he had. He pulled out the Jamel Charlo fight. I think he had problems with getting the Lara and the Derevyanchenko fight as well in the past, and that was due to management issues as well. And I wish Demetrius would talk a little bit more about that, like what really happened, because I want to know, like what happened. Truly, I still don't know why, because the last time he was asked that was Brian Custer did an interview with Demetrius, and he asked him, and Demetrius basically didn't want to talk about it. I found that interesting. Maybe it's a legal issue still lingering. I don't know, but I think that needs to be talked about more, so young fighters can know you got to be careful who you sign with, and so you won't become another Demetrius. So I really, really want to see that fight. Before, I didn't really care too much about Canelo and Andrade. I thought that fight was going to be probably boring. You want to watch entertaining fights. You want to watch 2 fighters that's going to entertain you. And I thought that fight was going to be boring, but no, with Canelo's style, he's going to come forward. He's going to come forward. He's going to bring the fight. Andrade's going to box and move, and he's going to punch. He's not going to be like Saunders, who was pity-pattying, no punching power at all, nothing. Not one, nothing. Like, he didn't box Canelo with nothing. I think Andrade got more punching power than Saunders. He's much slicker, more athletic, and I think he has more weapons than Saunders. So all Saunders was doing was trying to line Canelo up with the body jab and the counter for the left hook. And that's it. That's it. Honestly, Saunders did better when he had his hands down and Canelo couldn't really read his punches. I don't know why his coach, Mark Tibbs, didn't tell him that. Like, look, man, keep your hands down, keep your head off the center line, box and move, and throw combinations and step out away from his left hook. I don't know why he didn't tell him that. He had way more success doing it. Way more. Way more. And Andrade can do the same thing. He can keep his hands down, keep you guessing with his punches, and he can step out, cover his defense. The only problem Andrade is going to have with Canelo is Canelo can take a punch. So he's going to be okay with taking a shot to receive, to return a counter to the body or the head. And that's when Andrade steps out, he definitely has to stay on his defense. He definitely does. But what helps him is Canelo nowadays seems like he's more flat-footed than ever. I don't know what it is about 168, but he just seems even more flat-footed. Like he really puts a lot of power into his punches now versus throwing combinations. He don't even really throw combinations like that. He really looks for one big shot. So Fred, DD, I really think we need to bang the drum on this fight. I liked it. I even had people who don't even know who Andrade is say, "Yo, who was this guy doing what he did to Canelo? He made Canelo mad. He made Canelo cursing in English. I never heard Canelo cursing in English. I never heard Canelo did this and that, get mad and all this. Who is this guy?" And I had to tell him, like, look, man, look up some highlights. Watch some highlights. He's a skilled fighter. I think it'll be a good fight due to the styles. I really think Andrade has some dog in him. He showed that in his last fight. He was getting touched up by Williams, who that dude's a machine. He's a freaking machine, man. I thought he was getting knocked out. But I think Canelo coming forward, being an aggressive fighter, it'll make a great fight. We really need to push that fight, man. Shout out to Demetrius Andrade. That dude got a lot of balls, man. Shout out to him. I put a smile on my face. I like that. That's old school. Pulling up to a fighter, showing you what to fight, heckling him, and, just saying, hey, man, make the fucking fight. I'm a champion. I'm undefeated. I'm American. I can talk trash. I can talk. Let's get it on. Simple as that. Old school. None of that bullshit. After Caleb Plant, we want to see the Andrade fight, man. And if Caleb Plant don't want no smoke, because he already messed up that one time. If you don't want no smoke, hey, bring on Demetrius Andrade. I like that fight, Fred. We need to push for that fight. I really do. I don't think either fighter are scared of each other, for real. But Eddie Hearn, you did that, man, boo-boo dirty, man. You shouldn't let Canelo talk to that man's father like that. You shouldn't just sat by and laughed at him. That was that cool. And Demetrius, you need to call out Eddie Hearn for that bullshit. That was some bullshit, man. That was some bullshit. Eddie Hearn, that was not cool at all. But I just want to say shout out to the chat, shout out to Fred, EB, the rest of y'all. Hey, we need to push for that fight. That's a good matchup. Yes. Good matchup. And I'm out.
Good call.
All right, we got Brandon coming in. Go ahead, B.
Peace, what up? I want to say shout out to the third. Shout out to the entire chat. What up, DB? What up, Fred?
What's up?
Brother?
Same old. Working. I had a few things. I went to the weigh-in Friday. It was lit. I think the difference between watching Canelo's fight week and watching, they don't mind giving up props. They don't mind supporting their people. It's something about us as far as our group and our demographic. We have a hard time supporting fully, like giving our full support no matter what. I mean, you had grown men wearing Canelo headbands with his name. You had wearing his shirts. It's hard for us to follow each other like that, but just because of the way we've been conditioned. I saw that out there. I just saw them unconditionally supporting their fighter and coming out for their people. And it's just, I don't think we would. It's hard for us to get the same because of the way we look at each other. That's what I noticed just being out there. It's the way we look at each other. Think about it. And I'm going to go right back to boxing. When we walking down the street, it's like we can't even look at each other. It's like we two lines. If we lock eyes with each other and we lock our eyes too long, it's like, oh shit, it's time to rumble. But when other people look at each other, most of the time they nod at each other. But because of the heightened sense of the society we live in, it's just the atmosphere. When we look at each other 9 times out of 10, if I'm walking and I see another person that looks like me, he's walking, and I don't know this man. He's walking on the other side of the street. But if I give him just a look for too long and we lock eyes, it means something different in our community than it does in other people's communities. And that's why, unless we not partying or drinking or in those social settings where it's time for us to relax or it's time for us to party, or we're not at a sporting event where we full of alcohol, or we in these places, most of the time it's hard for us to support each other. But outside of that, I don't want to ramble. I want to say that I enjoyed the fight weekend, just the atmosphere. It was good to see boxing at the forefront like that. It was just good to see boxing being talked about, boxing just being at the forefront. I enjoyed that. I had a good, nice boxing weekend. Also, the Andrade thing, I'm kind of torn on that because he's at 160. I would rather, me personally, dude, let's do some work in the division first. Let's call for the Charlo fight. They in the same division. And then whoever wins that fight, then I can see them going up a division and say, hey, I'm the unified champion of this division. I have the WBO, WBC belt. That'll be between Charlo and Andrade. And then we can see who is worthy of going up a weight class and fighting the champion in that weight class. It just makes more sense. I don't see I think Canelo was out of pocket for questioning his resume. I don't think he had to talk down on another boxer like that. But I do think that his resume is in question when you talk about how we would want to see our fighters fight the big fights. If I had my preference, I would want to see Andrade go into a big fight with Charlo. They unify at 160. And because of the WBO stipulation, I guess you can go right up and fight the champion. So that'll be an easier path to the champion, and it'll look like, and I believe it'll look better as far as the champion of 160 unified rolling into fight the champion at 168. I just think that we should probably push that fight more than we would watching him jump up a whole weight class to go fight the unified champion. You see what I'm saying? That's my view on that. I would just rather see Charlo and Demetrius fight first, and then that way we can see what is what, and then we can roll into the Canelo fight saying, hey, this is our champion at 160. This is the best we got to offer. Here you go, Canelo. Let's see who's gonna win. As far as Al Haymon and Caleb Plant, I think Al Haymon over this weekend was sitting somewhere smiling because all that promotion. Eddie did all that work for him. I didn't see Eddie smiling after the fight and gloating because he knows he has to do business with Al Haymon, and Canelo don't need him to do business with Al Haymon. Canelo's already marketed. Canelo's already where he's at. What they need to do is figure out where they're going to put this fight and how they're going to market Caleb Plant in this fight. That's what I would like to see. Where do you think they're going to put the fight at, Fred? Geographically in the United States, where would they put it?
Oh, it's going back to Dallas. It don't make.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
In September?
It got to be in a football arena. It got to be. You can't put him in a basketball arena.
Why not in Tennessee in the Houston? I mean, in the Tennessee arena.
He ain't going to Houston, Tennessee, man.
I mean, Tennessee.
No, they wouldn't. No way Caleb Plant would get a hometown fight. No way. But I mean, it's a great sentiment. But I think you got to have at least 50,000 people at his next fight because that's what's going to show up. Okay. Now people are taking pride, and people are going to take pride in riding that wave. Like he's winning, he's in charge.
So do you think while that fight is being ironed out, do you think that we should be pushing for the Andrade Charlo fight? Because they can fight the way it's lining up. They can fight shit on undercard almost.
I say this: Andrade should unify at 160.
I agree.
Just because of me just being pragmatic and saying he's going to go to Caleb Plant because he wants to be the first ever to do that. And I think Charlo, we need to get on Charlo. I mean, need to get on Charlo and Andrade and have them fight each other. I mean, both their resumes are not the best. It's I would say C+, B-, collectively the last, let's say, 6 fights.
There's 5 boxers in boxing that have what we call a decent resume of names that we know.
I wouldn't touch that with DB.
Say it again, please. What'd you say, DB?
There's only literally a handful of fighters that actually have what we call, I'm doing air quotes, resumes of names that we know.
Sure.
And we all know who those fighters are. So outside of that, nobody has what's called a resume. Avni Yildirim didn't have a resume. Caleb Smith doesn't have a resume. You know what I mean? Like, none of these guys have a resume. That's just an excuse that these dudes are using. And that's why I keep saying that sometimes you have these fighters who don't have heart. In Spanish, it's called corazón. Some of these dudes just don't have it. They're front runners. When things are going their way, when they can have things they want, or when things are going easy, man, they smooth sailing. But right when it's time to face to face an adversary that's ready for him, all of a sudden things change.
I get that, and that makes sense in a perfect world. But in the world that we're living in right now, I think Canelo's going to plant, and I think Andrade has to fight either is Munguia champion, Munguia, Charlo, and whoever else the ones, and Triple G. I think those are the champions. And if we're gonna hold Canelo accountable, we have to hold the Charlos accountable for their disgusting comments. Jamel made a disgusting comment yesterday. I thought, his broke dad. How the fuck you gonna call a man that's 30 years your senior? You gonna be that disrespectful? You know, I'm gonna read you what Jamel Charlo said. Oh shit! I thought this was a Boo Boo and his dad straight bums. Totally disrespectful. He listens to his dad. That's why they running around broke as fuck, begging for a fight. Both dummies. I sit back and I say, see, I'm the guy that just shuts up. You know what I mean? Like, I just hold my water, even though I'm not the biggest Andrade fan. I just hold my water. You know, I don't say nothing. And I think Jamel is out of turn for saying something in that moment, because you're still holding on to a grudge that was 6 years ago. And I think it does nobody any good at this point. I guess it's totally water under the bridge. You know what I mean? Have them pay you back for your camp. You know, work that in the contract that could be in the future. But if you're not going to fight your brother, I mean, brother as in black man, why should you be mad at him for trying to go get another fight? You said you're not going to fight him. So why are you even in this Kool-Aid? Like, it's not adding up. Jamal Charlo needs an opponent, but it may be Lara or Hurd now at this time. Those guys are moving up. And so I just didn't like calling. I just don't like the language. A man that's 30 years older than me. You know, I can see if he touched your mother, touched your children, or your best friend, but outside of that, I can't see me calling a man that's 30 years my senior a bum, you know, or someone's fault. I just it don't sit well with me just as a man. So it kind of threw me in a loop. You know, I wouldn't call you know, it just moved me the wrong way, man. It just literally moved me the wrong way. So you know, I don't know what I'll be, man. Y'all know how I feel. Fight each other, build up over there, and now he'll be forced to fight you. You know, the fans are going to demand it, and just go on and create your own career. That's what I say, because if you're getting paid the numbers that you say you're getting paid, I mean, you live in a beautiful house. The Charlos homes are beautiful, so that they're making a great deal of money. They got beautiful cars. So fight each other, and the winner out of that, the fans are going to demand it when y'all run out of opponents. Oh, Brandon hung up. I'm sorry. Tank about to be in. President Yafa said, Boo Boo been calling out the Charlos for years. He has. Super years, but no one won't budge. And I don't know if it's true or not about the $7 million. I ain't seen no offer. I haven't seen it. So I can't speak on that. I can't say that Eddie Hearn is right or wrong. I haven't seen no screenshot or nothing. So maybe they all lying. So what's up, Tank?
What up, Fred? What up, DB?
What's up, Tank?
Yeah, yay. Yeah, man. I just want to touch on. Hopefully, I won't be too long, but I just want to touch on real quick. Some of you fellow brothers over here and sisters that be in the boxing forums and going to the fights, going to the weigh-ins. It's interesting to me how y'all can continuously have issues with Demetrius Andrade and his approach, to what happened last night in the post-fight press conference for Saul Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders. And I want to ask y'all this: what was your favorite fighter at? You black fight fans, what were y'all fighter who y'all picked to beat Canelo Alvarez, who y'all say that Alvarez is avoiding? Fred has constantly said he is tired of you guys, not the fans, but the boxers who follow him from city to city, fight to fight, singing his praises, but then saying that y'all want to fight him when he don't support y'all. He not going to y'all fights. The only people that should be going from fight to fight and city to city are guys who are in and around his weight class, in my personal opinion. If you're not in and around his weight class and you're trying to make a fight with this guy, then why are you following him? Just because you're a quote-unquote fan of his? He don't support you? He's not going from fight to follow y'all? Where was your favorite fighters last night? I really want to know. What was Jamal Charlo? He in Texas. What was Jamel Charlo? He in Texas. What was David Benavidez? Haven't he said he wanted a fight with Alvarez? What was Caleb Plant at? He got next. Where's Daniel Jacobs at? Quiet as it's kept. Most people believe that he lost the fight against Alvarez, but it was a lot closer than last night's bout. It was a lot closer than Callum Smith's bout. It was a lot more competitive than Rocky Fielding. It was better than Callum Smith and Liam Smith. What were y'all favorite fighters at? Nobody wants to see him fight Demetrius Andrade. Fine. But what was your guys at? Were they in the press conferences? Were they waiting for Demetrius Andrade and his dad to get dismissed by Alvarez so they can step up and say, well, if you ain't gonna fight him, fight me? Where were you guys at? Were they in the stands having a good time? Were they soaking up the ambiance of chilling with Saul Alvarez, having the benefit of being amongst tens of thousands of fans in Arlington, Texas? Where were you guys at? The only person that's aggressively seeking to fight the guy that y'all said is not fighting any top-level competition was Demetrius Andrade. He was there. That goofy guy. The guy y'all say is a weirdo. That guy was there. So everybody in your family's hood, only the hood dudes can get a fight? Yeah, y'all make me laugh, man. I just be watching y'all comments. I'll be watching y'all do your thing. I watch y'all on TV when y'all talk about I just want to meet Canelo. I just want to be a fan of Canelo. He's just the coolest guy. And that's fans and fighters alike. When are y'all gonna take the onus in yourselves and say, you know what? I may not be a Demetrius Andrade fan, but damn it, he the only one in this dude's face. He the only one in his face. He the only one that bugs him. He's the only one that, whenever his name comes up, Alvarez constantly is trying to move around this guy since 154. You can say that, oh, well, he's not in his weight class, right? That's what I'm hearing loud. Now, y'all do understand that when you have a championship belt like the WBO middleweight belt, you can leverage that to fight for the WBO super middleweight belt. Y'all do understand that, right? Okay, fair enough. So look, y'all do understand that sometimes fighters outgrow weight classes, right? Now, is it possible that Demetrius Andrade and the slimy guy, Eddie Hearn, who was on here yesterday, on here just days ago or months ago or weeks ago, whenever it was that Demetrius Andrade fought, he was saying that Demetrius Andrade was outgrowing the 160-pound division, and that's why he's looking to move up to 168? Why would you drop your only leverage that you have for a top-notch fight at 168? You haven't been able to get a fight at 154. You haven't been able to get a fight at 160. The only leverage you have is your championship title that you can leverage. So why not use that? Yes, we want to see him fight Charlo. I made a video about him fighting Charlo a year ago. I've been one of the first people beating that drum. But guess what? The Charlos have made it clear that they have no interest in making any money with him. So not only is it a business decision, they've made it a personal decision because of their history from years ago, as Fred just pointed out. Now, whether we agree with that or not is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, like Eddie Hearn said, and I agree with him, you can't make guys fight. If the Charlo brothers do not want to fight, and they've made it clear that they have no intention of fighting him because of what happened before and the monies that they lost for the training camp, then that's where we are with that. We can do we can do all we want in terms of putting the pressure on these brothers. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we can get, and I don't mean just the brothers as in the Charlo brothers. I mean these black men get in there and make some money together. If you don't like them, get in there and beat them up. That's period. If you don't like them, get in there and beat them up. But to soak around, and whenever he's trying to call out somebody else, and he's like, okay, y'all moved on, y'all don't want to fight me, so let me go try to fight this other person, then let him go try to get that other person. But for all of you fight fans who are out here making I don't want to see Andrade in a fight with Alvarez. He don't deserve it. Who has he fought? To me, who has anybody fought? Who has a resume nowadays? Like DB said, only a few guys have a resume. The same fighters that move around Demetrius Andrade are the same guys saying he hasn't fought anybody. I want y'all to think about that. The same fighters that are moving around Demetrius Andrade are the same guys saying he hasn't fought anybody. And they've all had opportunities to fight him. The quirky, weirdo guy who talks weird, dresses weird, and fights. To some people, fights weird, is the only guy that's stepping up to the plate in front of all the cameras. Ain't nobody else got on camera on one of these platforms and said, yo, fuck Canelo. Let's do our own thing. Nobody. The same guy who fought last night is the same guy who popped dirty for oxylophrin against Demetrius Andrade some years ago. The same guy. Keep that in mind. I'm just saying, we just talking boxing.
That's right.
That's all I got to say, Fred. That's all I got to say, DB. Unless y'all got something else, man. I just wanted to point that out because I get sick to my stomach looking at boxers and fight fans and media walking around. There are people that was laughing in the media room yesterday. They was laughing. There was people in the media room saying, "Get him out of here." What the fuck are you talking about?
That bothered me. That a world champion boxer got kicked out of a press conference.
Out of a presser.
And his dad is like getting, trying to look security. Yeah,
he's getting manhandled. Call it what it is.
I didn't care for that. I truly.
They was touching. Fred, they had their hands on the man before he even said nothing disrespectful.
I saw that.
You have the media in there saying, "Get him out of here." What the hell are y'all talking about? Y'all are the media. If anything, there's a story for you. Get to recording. Get to writing. Ooh, the WBO middleweight champion is calling out the new WBO super middleweight champion, and this was said, and that was said, and exchanges were met, and the new WBO super middleweight champion, he had an issue with it, and he was up here cussing and da da da. No, y'all saying get him out of here because he's interrupting y'all love fest. That's what I saw.
Well, I mean, tell Andrade to start banging the drum louder. Start banging. He needs to act like he fought Saturday and interview everybody. He didn't come in here tomorrow. He should be on Blue Blood show tomorrow.
He should be on Blue Blood. He should be on your show. He should be everywhere.
I agree.
He should be everywhere. Like, look, if the media in the room are gonna laugh me out of the room and ask me to be removed from the room, then I'm gonna go to the media that don't even need to be in the room to have a voice.
Yeah, and too, that speaks to the media, the pros and the cons of it that Canelo has there. Many of those media members were probably Spanish speaking, pro Canelo, so but it's man, if anybody got to connect with Andrade, man, if anybody got a phone number or an email.
I was just about to say, I'm gonna reach out to some people. I'm probably a degree away, and I'm gonna see, because that made me it's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? We don't always have to agree with each other. We don't always have to support each other fully, but at the end of the day, we don't have to hate each other either. And you know, I'm sensing a lot of hate, envy, and disrespect unnecessarily. Now, where it's necessary, all for you know what I'm saying, knock yourself out. But like I said, where's your favorite fighter? Where's the guys that you think is going to beat Alvarez? Where were they at last night?
I was shocked Caleb Plant wasn't there last night.
Where was Caleb Plant last night? He's the one that got next. That's all I'm saying.
He should have been there. I mean, it's his turn. I would have paid.
It's your turn. He wasn't next.
I would have paid that $300 flight.
Benavidez. Where y'all at?
Actually, Eddie would have flew you in. You know,
and the guys I'm naming are guys that I want to see him fight as well. Jamal Charlo, who he moved around at 154. I got no issues with the Charlo brothers at all. Regardless of how you guys interpret what I just said, I have no issue with the Charlo brothers. I love those brothers just like I love Demetrius Andrade and Danny Jacobs.
Right. That's
just me. I can do that. And the people who know me and really know me, they know I rock with Daniel Jacobs and both the Charlo brothers and Demetrius Andrade all the same. All I'm saying is, where we all at? Where we all at? You boxing fans, where was your favorite fighters at when the time came? If Demetrius Andrade is doing too much, what is your favorite boxer? Your favorite boxers doing in the same moment to get themselves the fight for them? But that's all I got, Fred. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure somebody else want to beam in or call in. I don't want to take up too much time in the barbershop. Always salute. Stay safe and be blessed, everybody out there, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tank. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Where you at?
I'm at the gym, man. Is there too much noise in the back?
Nah, you good.
Okay. Man, you know what? This is exactly what, you know, we've been talking about. You know, and the thing is that you can't get mad at what's his name, Logan Paul, you know what I'm saying, for the way that he has promoted himself, because there's a void. You know what I'm saying? You got Demetrius Andrade, he did exactly what he should have done. And he needs to keep doing that. He needs to show up wherever Canelo goes, and he needs to do the same thing. You know, to the point to where the fans demand the Canelo fight Andrade. You know, so DB is absolutely right. Tank is absolutely right. You know, and this is exactly why you can't be mad at them YouTube dudes that have come in because of the boom. We don't get the fight. The boxing fans don't get the fights that they want to see. You know, and I tell you, who's perfect at that, and DB know who I'm talking about. Chael Sonnen. You know, Chael Sonnen could talk his way into any fight. He never had to prove himself. All he would do is talk shit long enough for the fans. He talked his shit so well that the fans wanted to see it. He didn't even have to prove himself. You know, so that's what needs to happen. Needs to be happening, like you said, man. Andrade needs to keep beating the drum. He needs to come, you know, on the shows. He needs to keep putting that out there, man, so that the fans will get tired of it and say, hey, you know, Canelo, get this guy out of here. This is what, you know what I'm saying? This is what we want to see. That's what needs to happen. You know, and your boy, the kid, the guy that you just had on the show, you know, he said something that I agree with. He said that Clarissa Shields is daring to be great. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we have a female fighter, you know, who's actually doing, you know, more than these male fighters. You know what I'm saying? Because she's taking chances. She's, you know, like my man just said, you know, that was on the show. She's daring to be great, and we don't have that with these new era fighters, man. We need that. We need that old school stuff that Demetrius Andrade just did. You know, Ali used to pull up all the time. all the time. You know, but that's what definitely needs to happen. You know what I'm saying, Fred?
I got you. Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I'm in the gym, man. I haven't been in the chat. I just been listening. You know, but I wanted to be in. I wanted to be in and say that.
I appreciate you instead of
All right,
listening.
man.
Thank you.
Much love to you, brother. I'm out.
Mr. J Dub, man. What's up, 20 Texas? Canelo can fight, but damn, why do fighters have to bend over and throw up their skirt and make it easy for him? Easiest road to the belts ever. I agree with that. Canelo can fight everyone. You got to earn a Canelo fight. You got to bring something to the table nowadays. Just call somebody out, and you deserve a fight, a belt, or the. Wait a minute. How do I say that correctly? Nowadays, just call somebody out and you deserve a fight and a belt with the fans. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the world that we live in now. That's why I say I am a firm believer in creating your own map. I mean, do it yourself, and it's going to come a time where they're going to need you. I'll be honest. If Canelo and I was on a crash course, I would embarrass him at every moment I got. Man, every moment I got, I would embarrass him. And not in anticipation of the fight, but just let the world know that he a bitch. Like I'm not. I don't give a fuck whether he want to fight me or not. He a bitch. You're a coward. You're a steroid. You use steroids. You handpick your opponents. I would stay on him, man. I would stay on his ass.
You know what I mean? Fred, I like how it sounds. Keep going.
Just to let the fans know that I am the alpha male of this division, and all roads lead to me. Yeah, Canelo's making all the money, and he's the hottest dude in boxing. 73,000. That should be respected. He's generated the most money this year. But I'm telling every fighter every boxing fan in the world that I am the king of this jungle. And he is a hand-picked, protected fighter. That's the way I would do. And if I'm Demetrius Andrade, I don't know if he outgrew 160 or he's going to 168. I would say the same thing about the Charlos. They acting like, I would say they acting like, talk their language. They acting like bitches. They talking about something that happened 6 years ago. If they want, I'll front the money for their camp. I'll pay they $60,000 that they got back. You understand what I'm saying? I'll give them back their money if that's what they want, or we can put some money in escrow if I pull out. But now it's time that we just fight each other. We build our own entity. You know what I mean? Like, it's so many great fights, man. It's so many great fights. Why are we looking elsewhere? I think Andrade should fight Charlo. Let Canelo go fight Plant. He gonna do his thing, and he's probably gonna have a 2-fight deal with PBC, because that's probably the norm in business, because Eddie Hearn got a 2-fight deal. Presumptuously, so they can get their money back off the Yildirim fight, and they got their money back last night. And that's kind of where I'm at with it, man. We got another call, D. As you heard. What's up, 972?
What's up with it? It's been a minute since I called this fake Kenny Porter.
Oh, what's up, man? What's up?
How's everything been going?
Everything good.
Everything good. First thing I'm gonna get to is
you gonna sing Secret Garden.
I may be a little bit late on this right here, but man, one of the family members of the community, I think it went goddamn crazy. I've been kind of like ain't been really listening to that because ain't been no fights. So one of the family members of the community, maybe you know what I'm talking about, maybe you don't. I don't want to call them names and nothing like that. I just want to. I was on dude's channel the other day. That dude was, I don't know, that dude gone for it. But I'm say that. And second, Boo Boo the fool. What you man, Boo Boo? Boo Boo got the T-shirt on, Billy Joe Saunders. After Billy Joe Saunders, and cost him money by piss testing dirty. Then they gonna go in there and get embarrassed by Canelo. Boo Boo the fool. You know what I mean? That dude there. I don't know. I think he's from Canada or something, man. So maybe I give him a pay. I don't think he's fully American. You know what I mean? Maybe you know better than I know. I don't know. That dude there, I just shake my head. You know, if you're gonna go in there and mess with Canelo, he should have took his shirt off and started throwing combinations and talking about Canelo mama or something. You trying to get a fight? You trying to be friendly? Okay. Next thing I'm move to is Canelo. If ain't nobody gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. This dude is on dope. The last fight, he knocked that white guy over in England, and he knocked his bicep off the bone. This fight, he didn't crack the guy's eye socket. He blew it up, and you knew he busted it as soon as he hit it. You know what I mean? And say, what the next fight, he gonna kill somebody? This dude is on drugs, man. I wouldn't fight him without Olympic-style drug testing. I was watching the fight. I ain't never heard licks like that before. I know Canelo always been a good puncher, but not that good. And I'm gonna let y'all cook on that right there. Tell me what you think.
Well, first off, the shirt didn't say Billy Joe Saunders as if he was a fan. He was talking crap about Billy Joe and Canelo on the shirt. The shirt said Billy Joe Saunders is afraid to fight me. Caller, you still there? Caller?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah. But I mean, he all on stage with the dude. Trying to be friendly with the dude. I don't want nothing to deal with Billy Joe Saunders, period. After you calls me a payday. You know what I mean? The dude done test dirty. You done missed out on the whole payday. Now you trying to be, somewhat friendly with Billy Joe Saunders. You know what I mean? So then before then, you pulled out of a big fight with Charlo. Now you running around here crying about, won't nobody give you no fight. That's why I call him, Boo Boo the fool. he basically he committed career suicide, 3 years ago, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
It's chopped and screwed. Can you hit fast forward?
Huh?
I said, this call is chopped and screwed.
Just call him chopped and screwed. I'll call him Boo Boo the fool. This person, his name already Boo Boo. I'm from the South, Like we always say stuff like, "Who you think I am, Boo Boo the fool?" Yeah, that's why I call him that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna get off here, man.
Now I see what you're saying.
Now you see what I'm saying.
Now I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I ain't trying to stretch it no further than what it is. You already called Boo Boo. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, y'all fellas have a good night.
Appreciate you chiming in.
Y'all tell me. Yeah, I'm gonna hang up. Tell me what y'all think about the Canelo, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all heard them licks last night.
I mean, it's something I can't prove, but I'll say this: when you riding like that and you've been popped once, I mean, shit, why not? You know what I mean? So, DB.
Yeah, what's his last name? Ambien? God. Yeah, oh boy, he was. I never knew Barry White made chopped and screwed music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sound like that dude on a Dog Pound album. Yeah, it sounded real good. Show you right. Keep doing what you're doing, you players. Say what you said again, Brody. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying that what the fuck? Oh, about the PEDs. Like I can't prove it, so I don't want to. But I'll say if you've been popped once, I mean, but I don't want to have a subjective debate, you know. So, but I mean, I would believe it in my personal life.
Yeah, listen, we don't have to stress. We can just go with the fact. The fact is Demetrius Andrade is undefeated. Is that correct?
Yes, he is.
Cool. Same weight class, correct? He been calling you out for more than one weight division. Is that correct? He's a champion. Is that correct? Correct. He wants to fight you. Is that correct? That's correct. So we don't have to stretch it. We don't have to go to steroids and clenbuterol and supersized tacos. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to go to all of that. We can speak on what it is, and there it is. So, man. See, this that part of boxing right there, man. This is that part of boxing. This is that abusive relationship.
It is. It is. Very abusive. Shit.
Yeah. Well, let me see. I think Palimon asked. He said, "What do you think about Boo Boo fighting Caleb Smith?" And I think that was just to deflect a bit. But sure, whatever. Like, give him the fight. I don't think if Boo Boo fought against Caleb Smith and he didn't knock him out, that Canelo would give him a fight. He wants to fight Canelo. I don't even think it's about a payday. It's like, I want to fight you, because Canelo wasn't making this kind of money 6 years ago. He was making good money, but he was making money off of his name, the name cachet from fighting Floyd Mayweather, from getting beat by Floyd. That was his claim to fame. You know, but he wasn't making this kind of money 6-7 years ago when Boo Boo was calling him out. So I don't think it's about the bread. Yeah, that's a plus. But, you know, he know that he got a style that's going to give you some problems. You know, Caleb is the tall one, right? The 6'3" dude or whatever, right? 6'2".
Yeah, the tall white dude. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so you got a tall dude who's fighting like a short dude. Don't know how to use his reach and his height at all for a fighter. Anybody fight, right? You know, at all, like zero. He fought like he was 5'8". Okay, and then you get in there with Billy Joe Saunders, and man, listen, it looked pretty solid, right? I mean, yeah, you had your moments, he had his moments. Arislan De Lara, Floyd Mayweather, the slick guys, right? You had those fights didn't look easy for you. You done took L's and you had some questionable so-called victories, you know, and now here you got another guy that's tall and can fight slick. And you're not in no hurry to shut him up. It's just it's too easy, man. It's like a puzzle with 4 pieces. I mean, how long does it take to put this thing together?
Yeah, but if he go hiding, I mean, Gary Russell came out and went hiding, and if Demetrius Andrade come out and go hiding, like it's all for naught, right? He got to stay because he's fighting in 90 days. Andrade got to stay on him.
Okay, yeah, Palimon 6'1", yeah, same thing, but the tall guy. Yeah,
you got to stay on all these dudes, man. Like the Charlos, you got to stay on them. You know, like relatively speaking, who doesn't want to see a unification? Right? Unification makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, Stevie G, who uneducated? Who are you talking about?
Big Chop, unbiased boxing, DB. You can get him right back at you. Who doesn't want to fight Canelo? Who deserves it? Who deserves it?
Who deserves it? Guys that are pro fighters and guys that are ranked in the top 5, specifically the guys that are at 1 and 2, the mandatories. So you think about this. Who said that? It wasn't Big Chop, right? He said unbiased boxing. How many times has Canelo had a mandatory where he vacated his title? I can recall 2 times.
IBF. That just happened recently.
Right. And WBC. Remember when he had to fight against Gennady Golovkin and he was like, you're going to make me fight him? I'm going to fight when I'm ready. So he gave up the belt. Remember? Those are 2 that I remember off the top. It could be another one too.
Cycling.
But listen, That said again.
He was cycling.
Right. You know, so who deserves it? I mean, yeah, come on. But let me get this smoke with this dude though. Steezy G, who's uneducated? Who's uneducated? I can put some degrees, I can beam some degrees in right now, and that shows that I'm 2 times more educated than you are. You're talking about me. What are you talking about? Sometimes you'll just be saying stuff, but I want you know what I'm saying, beam in. Beam in.
Speaking of beaming in, we got Kyle.
Hey,
what up,
Kyle? Hey, listen, man. I'm not going live tonight because I got jet lag like a motherfucker, and I got to be at work at 4 a.m. But I want to say this before I go, man. When did all these black folks become Canelo apologists, bro? Who gives a fuck if you like Demetrius Andrade or not, man? The fuck out of here, man. That bullshit, man. Y'all done pissed me off enough tonight, man. With all this, he don't deserve this shit. What the fuck does Canelo deserve? All he did was build off the back of black folks any goddamn way. So I don't want to hear that shit. The only reason why he is who he is because he was on Floyd undercard. If it wasn't for Floyd Mayweather, he wouldn't be shit. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. And listen, man. Can y'all please name me a great black fighter, not a good black fighter, a great black fighter that he beat? Please, a great one, not no good one, a great one. Fuck out of here, man. Yeah, see, this is that bullshit I'm talking about, Fred. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be kumbaya. But this is that bullshit, man. The man deserves the fight, bro. He's a fucking champion. He did enough to get that fight. Now, the Charlos, okay, y'all can have y'all little beef with him, okay, whatever. But Canelo, fuck that. You know what I mean? Fuck that. And not, no, fuck that too. Nah, Charlo, you got to fight the nigga too, man. Fuck the bullshit, man. You know what I mean? If you don't like the nigga that much, then beat him the fuck up in the ring. You ain't fought the nigga outside the ring, so it can't be that serious. It can't be on that much of no gangster shit. If you ain't beat the nigga up outside the ring, so beat the nigga up inside the ring. Man, y'all got me with my H Money voice right now, yelling this shit. You know? Fuck, man. All these niggas talking about Canelo ain't shit, bro. He beat a motherfucker eye my eye. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. At least go back out there and get punched up again. You know what I mean? Listen, them niggas in the UK, what the fuck is up with that bone, man? How does everybody over there get their fucking face the same fucking injury all the time? Fuck wrong with their eyeballs, Fred? The motherfuckers get fractured eyeballs every goddamn fight. Dubois, how you say that motherfucking name? Dubai, whatever his name is, man. He had one of them shits. Kell Brook had that. Billy Ho, he had the eye shit. These motherfuckers awful, fucking terrible. Yeah, man. But all you niggas talking that Canelo bullshit, man. Do me a fucking favor and shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? He needs to fight Demetrius Andrade. And guess what? He not even gonna fight Demetrius Andrade because he's gonna lose to Caleb Plant. All right, DB, I'm gonna holler at y'all later on, man. I see y'all next
time. All right, Al, thank you, bro.
Well.
Yeah. Steezy G, what happened to you, man?
You said Canelo apologist. You know, I just say create your own lane, man. Fuck them. Like if that's who we gonna be, fuck them. I just stand on that, man. I'm not chasing ESPN. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got a bigger network. They get more. I'm not chasing them. I'm gonna sit right in this chair. Appreciate you, Asia Math, and do what I've been doing. $504, what's up?
And do what I've been doing. Yo.
What's up, man? How you feel?
What's happening, man? I just have to give my 2 cents on the whole situation, man.
Yeah.
All right, so for the day Sunday, so watch the fight last night. Now, keep in mind, I don't like Canelo and I don't like Billy Ho. But I don't like Billy Ho more than I don't like Canelo. So last night, I was rooting for Canelo to sleep Billy Ho. To be honest, I'm still not satisfied. I wanted to see Billy Ho sleep on that canvas, sprawled out, stretched out like a rag doll. That's what I want. I still to this day want to see that. So I'm hoping he grows some cojones, fight Charlo, because now he got an L. So I'm pretty sure he'll fight any champion now. You see what I'm saying? Because the whole idea was to protect that O. Now that it's gone, he really got no choice. So I know Andre most likely won't knock him out. He'll beat him on points. But if he fight Charlo or one of the power punches, I think I'm gonna get what I want to see. So we established that. Canelo, he's like old boy says, he's where he at because of Floyd, and it's really as simple as that, bro. And it's really he's where he's at from losing to Floyd, not from beating Floyd, from fighting Floyd and losing. He lost every single round, and the judge somehow still gave him a draw. So moving forward, when you fight Canelo, you better know that's what you're going up against. You already down 6 rounds. Even if you win all 12, one of them judges is going to score the draw. So you're going up against that. There's a whole bunch of things you're going up against. But Billy Ho, I didn't care. I wanted to see him stretched out. We established that. But why not fight Demetrius Andrade? He's the champion. That's the only criteria you need. You can potentially unify with this man. I mean, I don't know if he has 60 or 68. I don't know if he'd have moved up or not or whatever, but I know he's a champion at one of them weight classes. Unify with the man. Fight the man. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. Cholo, Texas could have both of y'all, bro. I'm gonna just be real. I'm from New Orleans. Texas could have both of y'all niggas. If y'all want to be from there, even though y'all niggas from Louisiana, I know this all on some side stuff, but I don't like the way them dudes been moving with me. Big Cholo, I really don't like the way he been moving. You gonna say you gonna fight somebody, fight him. The Dave Benavidez thing. If you're not gonna fight dude, just say what it is, bro. Don't say, oh yeah, I heard him, I beat him, blah blah blah, but then you don't fight the man. Yes, I understand. You 60, he's 68. So just say that. Look, you 60. If you come down to 60, or you get a belt. So if I fight you, it's worth it. Just something like that. I don't like the way dude be talking like they bipolar or something. Then the other one, you talking about Canelo, the best fighter. Man, get out of here, man. Get up out of here with that dude. So, last point, all in all, don't like Canelo. Yes, he's a cheater, but he fought another cheater yesterday, and the other cheater got what he had coming to him. And I'm gonna just leave that at that. Cholos, Texas can have y'all boys, man. Y'all boys move funny. Y'all don't move like y'all from Louisiana. I don't know what. I'm not saying they move like this from Texas, no shade to them, but they can have y'all, man. Them boys from Louisiana, but you never claim where you from. You would think them dudes from Houston the way they be talking. The Regis program, that's why I really respect that dude. He claimed New Orleans. He claimed where he's from, what made him. You know what I'm saying? Even though he go live somewhere else, he'll still, represent for where he's from or whatever. And I understand it ain't where you from, is where you at, all that blah, blah, blah. But come on, man, at least give a backstory. Because even when Showtime had a little backstory on him, they kind of touched on it, but they didn't really go too much in depth with it. But last but not least, the topic, did Canelo impress you? No, Canelo didn't impress me. I just want to see Billy Ho stretched out. And I think Canelo, you fight any fleet-footed fighter, any fighter that can move, stick and move, block and all that, it's a wrap for him. And if they can sustain that for 12 rounds, this is just like, what I've observed. Because Canelo, the way he was moving, he was like kind of walking him down. He wasn't like moving around the way Billy Ho was moving. But Billy Ho, he just is what he is. It looked awkward. It just didn't look right. He was doing that fury stuff, moving around, like thinking that was going to win him rounds or whatever. But Canelo was lining him up. I already saw it with the uppercut. I called it when it happened, or before it happened, because he kept throwing it. He kept throwing it. I said, he going to time him. He going to set him up, and that's just what he did. Now, Billy Ho, you said you would never quit. Now, I'm going to ask the chat, did Billy Ho quit? Then that's my last thing. Did Billy Ho quit? Yes or no? You said after the Daniel Dubois thing, you would never go out like that. Now, Waldo was being cheated with tampered gloves, drugged, all that, and didn't quit. He fought all the way to the end, even all the way to the top and thrown in. You got hit in your eye one time, went to the corner, retired in your corner, didn't even come out. But you got, I don't know if it's audio or a tweet. I think I seen it was today. I seen it. He was talking about Daniel Dubois. I'll never do that, taking me, blah blah blah. But you wouldn't come out. If you could see out of one eye, you could still fight. Yeah, he put that. As soon as he hit him in that eye, it puffed up. I don't know if it closed or he was closing it, but I know it's messed up. But if you could see out of one eye, you could fight. That's supposed to be a warrior mentality. You make the ref stop it, you make the corner stop it. But you didn't come out to fight. So you quit. So your name from this point on is Billy Hope, and you a coward. And I'm done, bro. Appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, NO.
Peace.
DB?
Was that Taiwan?
Huh?
Was that Taiwan Berryhill?
No. That's NO.
Oh, okay.
NO.
Okay. Yeah, he was cooking. He was cooking.
Yeah, and I know a piece of this is hard to root for Andrade because he done did some clown shit. Like, but even if you don't, just get out the way, man. Just get out the way and see what happens. That's just always my take when a black man is climbing up against a conglomerate. You know, if I can't help you, I'm just gonna get out the way.
Can I ask you a question, Brody?
Yeah, please.
You said he's done some clown things.
Uh-huh.
So we all know about the botched negotiations with that Charlo fight.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, what's the clown stuff that he did that will prevent somebody from rooting for him for doing what he's supposed to do to get what's called what's potentially the biggest fight of his career? Sure.
Oh no, I don't. No, I'm talking about like being an advocate of him. There's a handful of others like not taking this fight career seriously in the eyes of the public, dancing around, blotch business deals. He had that slave outfit on when he came out with Eddie Hearn. He doesn't interview well. There's a host of other things, you know, like he doesn't. His last couple of fights, like he don't get stoppages, you know. He just goes, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying if you don't like him for what he did off the court or out of the ring, you're not going to like him. It's going to make it even more if he's not overly impressive in the ring.
I got it. Maybe I should have added a bit more to that because so do those things though prevent you from wanting to, not you, but a person from wanting to have him fight?
No, he's like, a champion.
Hey, listen, I don't like I guess my point is I don't like the way that he was dressed, so he shouldn't get the fight. Right? I don't like something that he said, so he shouldn't get the fight. I don't.
Oh, no. I'm just talking about just like supporting him. Like
I know, but that's what it
no, I
like
get that.
said.
No, it's not Apple. No, it's no.
And take it the wrong way.
No, I didn't say like he shouldn't get the fight. I'm talking about just advocating on his behalf. You know, that's kind of hard for some people. It's kind of hard to do because he's not, he's kind of a different kid, but he's a world champion. And I didn't like the optics of it. That's what I didn't like. Eddie Hearn sitting there on this, sitting there with his gavel in his hand, like I just didn't like that. And why are they getting kicked out? Like, why are they getting kicked out? He has a right. He has a right to ask the question. I could see if he was approaching him and wanting to fight him, but I mean, all you gotta do is take the mic away and move on to the next person. It's just, that's why that article bothered me, man. Oh, a underdog Mexican is more valuable than a damn black champion. Like, oh man, I just, y'all don't want to hear where I want to go because I don't want to make this a fucking 8-hour show. But I mean, shit, they created that monster. Canelo would be nowhere. I mean, if Floyd and Al hadn't created Canelo, he wouldn't be. They should have signed him to a 20-fight deal, whatever it was. Like, I don't know, man. It's. I'll get back to it. Let me get Mr. J Dub, man. I appreciate you. I just saw you in the DM too. Thank you, big dog. Boo Boo go full-fledged Cumberland. Hey, woman, if you want a real man, come by my apartment and I'll show you one. Hey, I appreciate you, Victor. I know I was all over there with my accent, but it's cool. What's up, Victor? I appreciate you coming in here, man. Thank you, dog. You know, yeah, man. It's Conor McGregor made $700 million 2 weeks ago, and he's a title sponsor on PBC, and they create these monsters, and now these Logan brothers, and you know, I mean, it's just too much. It's just too much, you know, and we sit back. I would like for every fight, they should have a title sponsor. For the fighters should be. They got too many fighters in PBC, not for them to be the title sponsor, you know. So, you know, I mean, just I don't know what business. Maybe, you know, like J-Rock probably has a construction business or whatever, a management company for his properties, you know, or the managers, you know. I don't know, but I know they did it for Colbert, right? Wasn't he on the ring, if I'm not mistaken? Oh, pound for pound. It was his birthday yesterday, man. Happy birthday, big homie.
Going to say his whole name.
Happy birthday, man. We appreciate you, man. We totally appreciate you.
Going to say his full name, Fred.
Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment.
Yeah,
he got 100,000. He got 100,000 views on his MMA video.
Damn.
Yeah, he rocking and rolling all day long.
Every time you learn something.
Yeah.
Happy G-Day, brother, man.
Yeah, happy G-Day for sure. So I just think, man, we build these monsters. You know, I mean, I think someone just got to bite the bullet, man, and just say nope. That's why I respect King Randall, excuse me, man. The government ain't gonna give my 40 acres in the middle. I'm gonna just save up money and go buy it. Fuck it. And be the example for everyone.
Oh, Phil J 508, his was yesterday too, man. Happy G-Day, Phil J 508.
Oh shit, your birthday is your area code. That's crazy. Oh, duh. That's not that's your birthday. That's why you got it. Oh, so stupid.
Oh man, but you know, we already know, Fred. It's
not only can't I read, I have low comprehension. You know what I mean? Hey, you know how you had them colors? I was still in white. You know, you had the colors of the comprehension books you had to read. You had the red, you had the blue. I was in white. You know what I mean?
No, they didn't do those in AP classes, man. That was only for the remedial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was definitely.
All the colors of the rainbow.
Until I got I was advanced until I got the algebra 2.
First grade.
Algebra 2 kicked my ass, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all niggas.
How old was you? 36?
Man, I was over there. Hey, I took Algebra 2 with Larry Atkins, man. Larry didn't know shit neither. Larry Atkins played at UCLA.
No, Larry's yeah, he ain't nothing special. That's a fact.
Larry, man, me and Larry was, I don't know who he was cheating off of, but I was cheating off of him. So I don't know. We were sitting next to each other in Algebra 2, man, at Venice High School. He ended up being a pro for the Kansas City Chiefs, bounced around a little bit, but yeah, man.
So let me tell you a quick Larry Atkins story, right?
Yeah.
So me and the homie Nif is with his wife, Tani, right? I introduced him to Tani when she came over from Belize or whatever, right? So like I'm the best man at the wedding, the whole 9 yards, right? So all of her friends, every time they come to visit, you know what I'm saying? It's somebody for me for the week or the weekend or whatever it might be. So so she got one of her friends that's out here though. And the friend is, you know what I'm saying? She doing pretty well. She live over there. She right down the street from you. And so they call me, hey, DB, let's roll out. Okay. So we kicking it and we you know it's like Venice Beach. I can't even think of the street. It may be as Main Street. Is that where like all the little pubs and all that is right there?
Street. Abbott Kinney, Main Street. Yeah.
Abbott Kinney, yeah. So we right there, we chilling, we hanging out. And all of a sudden, like a Range Rover pull up behind us, and we like out the car, just kind of like chilling in front of the bar. And she's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And I just thought that the chick was just clowning around. And she's like, "Hold on, let me walk over here and talk to this dude." So she walked over and started talking to him, and he basically followed us from her place to the spot. And it was Larry Atkins. You know what I'm saying? He was just like stalking abroad. So, I walked over there and asked him, I'm like, "Yeah, so if y'all gonna kick it right now, like I'm gonna bounce." You know what I'm saying? She like, no. We just friends. Right, Larry? Do him like that. And he was like, "All right, well, just hit me up later." But it just made me lose so much for the dude, knowing how much of a great athlete he was, especially like his high school career and as a prospect. It was crazy. But to see this dude simping like that, like you were staking out this chick house and then followed from basically, you know what I'm saying? What's the name of those? What's that hill in the Dons? You just talked about coming down that hill the other day.
Valley Village.
There you go. She stayed right there. So from there down to Venice Beach. So for anybody in LA, if you know where the Dons is, to follow somebody from the Dons to Venice Beach, like that's quite a bit of ways. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was just a crazy sucker move. But yeah, shout out to Larry Atkins, Dodo Brain. Yeah, what the chat say?
You put Larry Atkins on Front Street like that.
What'd you say?
You were cold. You put Larry Atkins on Front Street like that, man. What are you gonna do, my boy Larry, like that, man? Shout out to DOG 215, man. Fred, I told Andrade to slap the fire out of Nello on Friday. Well, he didn't slap him, but he did his best. He did the best he could do. I just, man, the optics of that, I just didn't like. And now he is like, now he's tainted now. Now he's crazy. Now he's gonna be labeled as crazy, and probably is. But I just didn't like the optics of it. So what's
the highest grade Fred ever got was a gold
I saw that. Probably right.
Man. Yeah, that was a hell of a stalker move right there, man. That was crazy.
He was the best athlete our high school probably ever seen. He was a freak. Yeah. Played baseball, ran track, all pro, everything in high school, man. Hell of a football player.
Yeah,
he was a bad man.
Yes, indeed. All right, man. We slowing down, so it's time to get out of here. Even though Kyle ain't going on, man.
Oh, Kyle not going on?
He said that, right? He said he was jet lagged and wanted to rest.
Okay, cool.
I think so. If Kyle dropped the link, then yeah, that's where we at. But I'm pretty sure he said that he wasn't, and maybe he got a second win.
Yeah, we got Jack Reese Tuesday, and we got a funny show on Wednesday. We got Ananda Lewis and Chris Spencer coming in on Wednesday. I put Thursday on my stories, but I meant Wednesday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
that'll be cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, be ready, fam, man. Be ready. 9:00 Pacific Standard Time. We in here.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to PPD and Unique Dom.
Yeah, shout out to PPD. Happy Mother's Day. All y'all.
Yeah. I never say shout out to all mothers. I ain't with that. All y'all don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? But for these women right here, these queens, I definitely say Happy Mother's Day to the 3 or 4 y'all that be in here getting it. Yeah.
See now this fake shit, man, this shit irks me, man. I mean, it don't irk me, but I just think as niggas, like, I don't take them serious. Jamal Charlo says, "Fuck the money, fuck the fame, fuck the networks. I'll lose my title and go up to 160. You ain't about to do shit, man. Come on, man. You ain't. That's all snuff. If that's the case, drop your fucking fight. Drop your fight. Fight Andrade.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna do that though. He know he in the con. See, I hate when people do that, man. Man, if I was 6'5", I'll be in the NBA. If I was this, man. Stop it, man. Stop it, Man, if I had a choice between Holly Berry and Megan Good, man, they don't want your ass, nigga. Fuck you mean if you had a choice?
If I was better looking, my name would be JB.
I know, man. Yeah, fight Benavidez. How about that? You know what I mean? I don't, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all niggas down in Texas, man. My gosh. Y'all, man, fight Andrade, fight Benavidez. He's on your side of the street, right? Because next week you gonna say, because next week, yeah, the kids call it cat, right, Tank? Next week you gonna say something else. Man, just fight the best, man. Man, they done put a wool over our eyes so much, man. Fight Daniel Jacobs, right? Fight somebody. You fighting this guy that got 1,500 followers on Instagram. Shit, you should have just fought Ryan Garcia. Pretty much.
Come on, where our Mexican family at that's in the chat? Are y'all hearing this right now? Did y'all hear this? Ain't nobody commenting right now. You just said Jamal Charlo. You just called him out. You said fight against. You said fight against Boo Boo Andrade. You said fight against Daniel Jacobs. Where y'all at? Let's see y'all saying fire 100. Where y'all at?
Man, I'm tired, man. These guys capping, man. Forget the contracts. Man, cut the shits, man. Man, come on, man. Man, niggas just say anything these days, man. Hey, what that nigga saying? Man, what's that? Niggas die every day, B. Niggas make up shit every day, B. You know what I mean? Like, all right, let's get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, Kyle, if you coming on, let us know. Let us know. Hey, did you see that Marvin Gaye special on CNN?
No, I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. It reminded me of that. I can't wait for the autobiographical content to come out on Marvin Gaye. I got the book, but you know how me and books are getting along now. So
yeah, you need to slide by his old crib and you know what I'm saying, sit in front of that, do the video while the music playing in the background.
Yeah, 27th and Gramercy.
Yeah. Cool, man. Let me run through and get the brothers and the sisters and the chat some love before we bounce, rock, skate, kick rocks, and
bounce.
Yeah, rock, skate. Everybody that has not gotten a chance to yet, it's a little thumb icon in the center of your phone towards the left-hand side. If you can go and hit that right there.
Button.
Like the video. If you like Canelo, hit the thumbs up. If you like Jamal Charlo, hit the thumbs up. If you like Demetrius Andrade, hit the thumbs up. If you love boxing, hit the thumbs up. Yeah.
That's a good question.
M. Arthur, salute to you. Salute to my cousin Trapford in the building. S.S. Caesar.
What's up, S.S.
I'm waiting on your sound, Fred. In the building. Shout out to Javis Bickle. All right, right on. He said red flag got power and speed. Okay, don't know what that means. Red flag got power and speed, but welcome to the show, Javis.
Welcome to the show.
Shout out to the brother.
See, Javis Bickle was Boo Boo Andrade. See, that nigga just make up shit. You know, that's what Andrade would say. He was.
E1K said, I don't like none of them, but I'm gonna hit the like though. Right on, man.
Yeah,
right on.
Thank you.
Shout out to Mr. Tennessee himself, my brother Hustler Slim. He said, y'all be safe.
Oh, you sing to your mother over there.
Say again?
No, S.S. Caesar said his mom used to go to 27th and Gramercy, and he used to sing to her. I'm gonna do a video because I got to drive by there on the way home from the gym, so I'll one of these days I'll do a video.
Okay, DOGG 215.
Because that's where he was killed too, right? That's where he was killed, right? Was he killed there?
Yeah.
By his dad.
Yeah. And their new Wilder video, DOG said there's a.
Yeah, he looked good. Oh my God! Whoa! I just posted it while y'all were talking. He looked great. I mean, when I say he looked great, dog, yo, it's gonna be fun. It's a tough fight now. I'm not saying, but he's preparing. He is preparing as if he is the black heavyweight champion of the world, man. You know what I mean? When you see the video, you know what I mean.
Okay.
He look good. I see his wife in the background on the bike. Reading the book, biking. He look great, man. Yeah, Malik look like he's doing a good job with him. He does. You're right, Reggie. He does. Yeah, he looks like it. Yeah, he looks great. D looks great. Now it's time to go. Now, fuck all whatever happened back then because it's water under the bridge now, right? Third fight coming. Shit, win the fight. DB.
Yeah. You done?
Yes.
Yes. So Ken Lon Jones, boxing conversations with Reggie Owens, Bole or Bo, DOGG 215, Mir in the building, Dave Jack, Detroit, Eastside 313. Salute to you. I gave KJ some love. Steph Coach, he said Billy Joe didn't quit his injury, his life changed. People say he's quit, he's a bad man. Okay, yeah, we got you, man. And another belated birthday greetings to my brother, our brother, Phil J508, and Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Happy G-Day, y'all, man. And thanks for spending some time with us on your birthday weekend. Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all for sure.
Yeah. And Martha, we can give you some love because he's going to play Marvin Gaye.
I don't know who's gonna play Marvin Gaye. I'm trying to think of a 6'2" brown skin brother. What Lorenz Tate if he was taller? No.
Shout out to Mr. Vegas. Damn. I'm 100.
Leon or Maxwell? Is Maxwell an actor?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe Leon.
Ascension's Maxwell?
Yeah, Ascension is Maxwell.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, Ascension is Maxwell, nigga. That's like his top 3 songs.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, unless he was in something, I didn't realize that was him.
No, that's a song, Ascension.
I know. That's what I said. The Ascension's Maxwell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Leon too dark to play Marvin Gaye? Damn.
I disagree with that. Chadwick played Thurgood Marshall.
Who would play? Who? Man, you gotta be born with it to play a Marvin Gaye, nigga. You gotta be. I don't know if a corny nigga can play Marvin Gaye.
Nah.
You can't be a corny nigga, man. Leon's not a corny nigga. You gotta have that Terrence Howard in you to play Marvin Gaye, somewhere in there, in that realm, because there's some nuances that I think that I have in my head of how Marvin Gaye. Because the reason why I know so much about Marvin Gaye because that was Sam Watson's really good friend, so I've heard countless stories about Marvin Gaye. So. Yeah. All right, you ready?
President Jafar, salute to you. Boxing conversations with Reggie Owens, the Sweet Science Examiner. Melanie Allen, salute to you. She said Usher could play Marvin Gaye. And somebody said Usher too feminine. All right, Jay Dixon. He said too damn old. I think he's talking about Leon. And,
Leon too old now?
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back with that tomorrow, man. We got time.
Robert Brown said Maxwell is a short fam. Oh, I think he said Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell. I mean, Sam probably 70. Sam probably 68, 70 years old.
Yeah. S. Riddle 45. He said, salute, Fred and DB. Salute to the barbershop.
Thank you. Mike Epps.
Okay. But can Mike Epps sing? I think they got to have somebody with some pipes.
He might be too funny to play that role, man.
Oh, Mike Epps. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about Omar Epps. Tripping.
He might be too funny. He might got too much water under the bridge to play that role.
You mean like a typecast kind of thing?
Trey Songz? What do you think about Trey Songz?
In terms of the singing, he might be able to.
Yeah, the acting, man. You gotta be able to carry that shit, man.
Yeah. Robert Brown. Let's see who else, man. We got in here. Canelo is no good. Antonio Robledo. He said, "I'm from Mexico, and Canelo is no good." All right.
Oh, Trey too feminine. SB, what's up, SB? We staying sharp down there on the East Coast. Appreciate it. Oh, Mike Epps grew up around the corner from Patricia Shelton, so he's qualified. Mike Epps. Man, that Marvin Gaye is a tough role, man. You got to be 6 feet though. You got to have that slender role, 6 feet. You know. Damn, Marvin Gaye. I ain't gonna lie, like Marvin Gaye is tough, man. Damn, Marvin Gaye is tough. Because you gotta be like, you gotta be smooth, you gotta be a revolutionary in your music, and like, you know, he got that, you know, he got that that, you know, like the ladies like him. You know, so you gotta have that.
A couple of people in here. Mr. J-Dub 20 Texas said John David Washington, Denzel's son, could play. That might be it. I don't think he necessarily has to be tall, man. I just think if they got the pipes and they could sing and they could act and portray, you know, who he was and have that type of swagger, I think they can get it done. Hustler Slim says Jamie Foxx. That's a possibility too, but I think a lot of people got Jamie Foxx stuck at Ray Charles. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Mr. CPLUS 937 said Wood Harris.
Yeah, he had a tough life, Reg. You know, he was never, you know, between. Yeah, he had a tough life. Kid had a tough life. His dad didn't like him too much, man.
My brother DJ said Tyrese.
Huh.
An actor and a singer. Yeah, he can definitely.
That's interesting. It might be too dark.
Well, you know what? I think that's for the old people. That's
Lakeith Stanfield. Lakeith Stanfield. There we go. Right there. That's a good one. Lakeith Stanfield. He's the right complexion too. He's the right complexion. I like that. Luke James. Okay. Luke James.
Who is that?
He's a singer actor. He was in New Edition, right? Just Google him. You'll see him.
Okay. All right.
Marlon Wayans. What's up? Mm-hmm.
No, I said you ready? Because I don't want to read through no more. I know you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, play the song, Fred.
Marlon Wayans may be too funny. I think he got too much water under the bridge. I like Lakeith Stanfield. The guy who played Get Out in the Black Messiah. Johnny Gill. Kevin Samuels. That's funny as fuck. What's up, TT? She said Kevin Samuels, man. That's funny. You got the reaction you wanted.
Happy Mother's Day, TT.
I never know. Denzel Washington's son. Yeah. Damn. I like Lakeith Stanfield. DB fell asleep or what? You got a message in the chat.
Yeah, I said hi to TT when you were talking, and then I stopped and I said it again.
You don't see me? Anyways, People Hernandez. What you want, H Money? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Raheem Devon. What you want, H Money? Man, beam in tomorrow, man. We done, man. I appreciate you wanting to come back, and you know what time it is. Get the hell out of here, nigga. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield. I like his conviction. Raheem Devon would be a good choice if he knew how to act. I don't know if he can act. There's a moment of truth. Don't worry, we'll be here tomorrow, Jay. Josh Sean, we'll be here tomorrow, man. We good, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Most Def? Most Def. What do you think about that? Oh, nice. Man, Common. How about Common? Nah, Bilal. How about he big though? What's the guy's name? You know, he got that song, How Does It Feel? Jaheim would be good if he can act. Jaheim. What's the guy's name?
D'Angelo.
Yeah, D'Angelo. Yeah, D'Angelo, man. Andre 3000. Boom, there it is. Andre 3000. He just played the other guy, Jimi Hendrix, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Common may be too loosey-goosey. Tank? How about Tank, the singer Tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid. Anthony Hamilton. I don't know if he can. Yeah, I don't know if he could act though.
Yeah.
All right, love you, man. We gone.
Peace.
Yeah, he did play Jimi Hendrix. Love y'all, man.